Good morning, all you beautiful people.
Hello.
It's me, Vid, and Riley. We're here to bring you some League of Legends action.
On this crisp Saturday morning.
This crisp Saturday morning. So first, let's take a look at, I guess we're starting with the Avarosan Conference. So we have only one team locked for playoffs here in Week 9. Sensei Squad, well, I suppose that's not true. Crimson KC and Resonant Nostalgia could both... Oh, wait, no. This is the last week. Sensei Squad is locked. Sensei Squad is locked.
They've looked very strong throughout the split, just, incredibly dominating games, playing through some very strong individual, but then also duo laners. Just really impressive performance coming out from Sensei Squad.
Yeah, and of course, it's not like this is unexpected. Mm-hmm. They were the first place team in spring. They won the Summer Splash. So, yeah, we were expecting them to place first in this group. But the interesting one is Crimson KC actually has a bye this week. So they're at 3-2.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure who has the head-to-head over them, but potentially they could get knocked out of playoffs by not being able to do anything here.
Mm-hmm. We will.
Wait, why are there an unbalanced number of games?
I don't know.
Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Everyone should have one bye, aside from cross-conference. So, everyone should currently have 5 games right now. So, Peen Pals has 4, but how does Crimson KC have a bye and only 5 games?
Wait, scroll up to week.
So, week 1, Crimson KC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, Ari did a dumb thing. Okay, so we have no fucking clue what's actually going on here with the standings. So let's just get into game 1. All right.
Okay, so getting into game 1, we have the Peen Pals versus Cosmic Flow.
Oh my god, that was
Here
loud.
on the blue side, we have the Peen Pals. In the top lane, we have the Sister on Gnar. In the jungle, we have No Mind on Xin Zhao. In the middle lane, we have Reiselhoff on Malzahar. And in the bot lane, we have True Magic and Chex Mixin on Kai'Sa and Lux.
Meanwhile, Cosmic Flow, the 2 and 3 team, we've got Alarcion in the top lane on his signature Maokai. Mm-hmm. Chimichungus playing jungle on Jarvan the 4th. Godiva, by the way, on Syndra mid lane. And in our bot lane, we have UNSC and Black Salt on Caitlyn and Morgana.
Yeah, I'm actually, pretty excited to see this game. Cosmic Flow started off pretty rough, but they've actually caught some steam kind of in the later half of the split. And it looks like, however, there is a double invading. It is looking like there could be a 5-on-5 right here, and they are walking right into the Jarvan.
Oh god, No Mind goes down, Chimichungus goes down for the first one. Alarcion, one more hit might do it, but UNSC takes a kill onto No Mind. True Magic flashes forward to get the kill onto that Maokai. UNSC has to flash over the wall. He is gonna live, but Godiva, by the way, is all alone here. Caught, killed. That's gonna be 3 for 1 for the Peen Pals.
Yeah, and not only is it 3 for 1 on the Peen Pals, it is 3 for 1 for the Kai'Sa on the side of the Peen Pals. This is going to be just a phenomenal start on the side of the Peen Pals, getting this hyper carry, with an additional pickaxe.
Yes, they're picking up a whole ass pickaxe at a minute and a half.
Not only will they have an additional pickaxe over the side of the Caitlyn, Morgana also didn't buy items.
Oh no!
So this is just, if we're looking just at the value of items in this lane, there is a 450 Doran's Blade versus the, roughly 2,000 gold
875
plus
450 plus 450 plus a couple of wards.
A couple wards and pots.
That's like 1,700 to 450. There we go. Morgana backed off.
Yeah, this is just
oh boy.
Devastating is one of the words that I'm thinking of kind of early and caught again.
Okay, that's a 4-0 Kai'Sa in 2 minutes.
Yeah, this is not the greatest looking early game. Already, we're 2 minutes and 25 seconds in the game, and they have a 1.5 thousand gold lead.
I was gonna say, Cosmic Flow should, they can contend for playoffs here with a win over Peen Pals, but how are you gonna do that when they've got a 4-0 Kai'Sa at 2 minutes?
Now, I would like to say, we can see a way that they can at least stabilize this thing. Because Caitlyn is known for being aggressive and oppressive early. Now, this is not going to be in any way like a dominating lane just because of the power coming out from the Kai'Sa right now. However, Caitlyn can still farm safely, and I also think that Morgana should have the advantage in the 1v1 versus Lux, simply because of the Black Shield. Because the Black Shield is going to negate so much of what the Lux actually wants to do. So although they probably can't win this thing, they can at least try and stabilize and keep...
Oh, No Mind's in. Flash is in for the gank, and he's actually going to knock up Chimichungus, who goes very low. No Mind, though, he's ticking down. One more hit's going to do it. Kadivia, by the way, gets Racelhoff's flash as well. 2 flashes for 1 and a kill on the Peen Pal's jungler.
Yeah, despite the fact that there were some really, bad occurrences going on in the bot lane and in that early, kind of skirmish, they are at least making plays to try and come back.
That is the nice thing about, the ADC getting a bunch of kills early game. It's only the ADC.
Exactly.
It's not like you get a kill on the Sister, a kill on Racelhoff, and a kill on True Magic, where now all 3 lanes have this big lead. Or, sizable
it's
lead,
a very
but it's
localized
not,
lead, specifically in the bot lane, and as we said, they do have at least the tools to try and combat that. However, it looks like they are trying to take their Jarvan forward down the bot lane, but there's also a gank coming onto the mid lane, onto the Syndra.
Yeah, so now we have Chimichungus. He's just going to have to flag and drag away, and Syndra gets to just walk out, so no blood on either side. And, well, good vision here from Peen Pals to try and hold their lead here.
And then also some really good maneuvering coming out from Kadivia, by the way.
Yeah.
To get out. However, there's the Ignite goes down.
Now Chex Mixon is running away. Black Salt not going to get the Dark Binding onto True Magic. Chimichungus chasing down. True Magic is out of mana, but he does so much damage because he's Kai'Sa and has a pickaxe. Now, flash forward jump! That's going to be the Flag and Dragon. A shutdown. 700 gold to Chimichungus. Now the Zister, one more turret shot. He's going to do it. Oh, Alarcion! Cancels the auto attack.
That is big sad. That is big sad. That looked like he was going to. Now, Alarcion is known for being a pressure-absorbing, player in the top lane. Very good on these tanks. It's one of his. Maokai, as we spoke about, is one of his signature champions. And it looked like he was gonna put some of that old Alarcion, magic.
Put the little sauce on
Put
that
the little
Gnar.
sauce onto the Sister. Unfortunately, not quite able to do it. Now, it does make you wonder, in that situation, how much of that was Alarcion outplaying the Sister, or how much of it was the Sister outplaying himself?
Yeah, when you dive a half health Maokai and take 2 turret shots, I don't think you call the Maokai good. So we do see a Cull being picked up for UNSC. Another good way to try and hold that, try and close that gold lead a little bit, or at least stop it from growing.
Yeah, we did see, picked up the Cull, I think on first back or so. So has had it for a while, as we can see, does have about 22 of those stacks down. However, it looks like Jarvan is looking for another gank and incredibly active.
Ooh! The flash forward is going to catch True Magic, and True Magic going to go down to UNSC. A great flash forward by Black Salt.
And not only that, flaunting the Mastery 7 on the Caitlyn. I wish that would show that this UNSC is a skilled player, but all it's showing is that he can abuse a champion.
Yeah. Thank you for following Dr. Svaba. Thank you very much. We don't have any sub things going on. It's not September anymore. Oh, I was about to be like, hey, get the half price sub. But now the Zister going into the Mega Gnar. So both of the solo lanes do now have their ultimates, so we could see Racelhoff easily lock down a kill here on Kadivia, by the way, if Peen Pal spots Chimichungus in the bot lane yet again.
Yeah, speaking of the bot lane, it looks like No Mind is making his way down here. Looking to try and catch onto UNSC, however, does have flash, probably can get out of this fairly well. However, there's a TP coming down. Alarcion from the top lane is TPing down, and he does have the Twisted Advance.
Twisted Advance, or the Grasping Roots are coming forward. They're gonna get True Magic. No, that's actually gonna get No Mind instead, but No Mind knocked back. He's gonna get taken down by UNSC. True Magic, one more hit's gonna do it. Kadivia, by the way, takes it with the Unleashed power.
And honestly, coming back from a 1.5k gold lead at about 2.5 minutes in, to now having their own 1.5 gold lead, just 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
I just have to. So much of this credit, I think, has to go on to Chimichungus. Has had such an effective early game, going from mid lane to bot lane to everywhere in between, just trying to make sure that his team can come back from this.
Yeah, serious props to Chimichungus making sure to get pressure on all of the lanes that, you know, this should be it should have been a pretty hard lane for Godivia, by the way, to win in against Racelhoff, but between the roams and the great counter gank we saw there in the early game with against No Mind, they were able to actually take it back and get now 2 kills onto Godivia, by the way, thanks to his roam into the bot lane as well. Again, props to Alarcion because he should lose hard against Gnar. It is by his own, you know, his own skill and possibly a few misplays by the Zister that he's actually ahead in health, but he's down in CS by about 20.
Which is a fairly large CS difference, and this is something I wanted to, you know, talk about. When you do have the TP play coming out from Alarcion, you have to measure what did you gain and what did you lose. So they lost their TP, which means they lose pressure in the top lane. However, they do get 2 kills in the bot lane, and they also get the Ocean Drag, which is phenomenal this early in the game. It's just going to make your laning phases so much easier, especially when you're playing against the Gnar. It's going to make it just a lot easier to be able to survive. However, we did see the Zister does have a 20 CS lead, 22 at this point, and did also get, I believe, two turret plates for a total of about 320 gold, which is worth about a kill. So if we're looking at total gold, obviously the advantage still did go over to the side. However, there's another grasping roots.
Chimichungus is here. He is going to be able to get something onto the Zister, but no, the 2-man Gnar. Now the jump in by No Mind. He's going to knock away Chimichungus. Alarcion going low. The TP coming in from Godivia, by the way, but is it too late? Now he's here right on top of the 2. Chimichungus not going to go down. He's going to get the kill on the No Mind. Now the Zister. He loses his life to Godivia. It's a 2-for-1.
Yeah. Very good TP there coming out from Godivia. You know, you have to give props to the side of Cosmic Flow. Just making sure. However...
Oh, the stones on these gentlemen here.
I wish I could say something good about their play, but I hate Caitlyn so much. There's nothing I will do to ever compliment any Caitlyn player.
Because if you aren't, then I will. Because... that ace in the hole, he was baiting it onto True Magic. He knew that Chex Mixon would step in front, so he gets the ace in the hole onto Chex Mixon with a BF sword and a pickaxe. Then Black Salt gets that binding, and it is an easy kill from there where UNSC can just flash forward, but now they have to watch out. No Mind is here, doesn't have ultimate, but he still potentially can get a knock-up somewhere. No, never mind, I think he's just dead.
This is just painful to watch almost from the side.
This is a clown fiesta. This is 15 kills in 11 minutes. This might be 16 kills.
Now, for all of the credit that we put on Chimichungus early, however, Chimichungus might be going a little bit too deep. Oh no, here comes the reinforcements.
Yeah, going too deep. No. This is a calculated movement so that now 17 kills in 11 minutes.
So remember that 4-0 Kai'Sa we had earlier? This
is
now a 4-4 Kai'Sa. Has died 4 times on repeat. Some of this is misplays coming out from True Magic, but I also think it's just fantastic team play coming out from the side of Cosmic Flow. They're doing so well to shut down the win condition on the side of the Beam House. On top of that, as we were talking about how much credit was being put on Chimichungus for his proactivity, I also think we need to put some... We need to put No Mind on blast a little bit, I think. He is 1-5-2 as a Xin Zhao, known for being, you know, a fairly aggressive...
Oh, the Killer Instinct comes out, but that is going to be the knock-up onto True Magic. Chimichungus is going to give away his life in exchange for Black Salts. So...
yeah, I'm not sure if that's worth because there was a shutdown on the side of Chimichungus. Probably better to just leave the Morgana to her death.
And they did give it to True Magic too, which is a little bit sus. But overall, honestly, it's a 1-for-1, or it's a 1-for-0, and it was going to be that either way. So, I don't think you can fault him for trying to save his support.
Yeah, definitely not. And that's also the mentality that you want to see in players. You want to see
supportive jungler.
Yeah. I wish I had supports who would play like that.
Well, you know, I guess
I'm
be
kidding.
worth saving.
I'm kidding. However, let's just look at the side of UNSC right now. 4-1-4, 20 CS up, has the completed Infinity Edge, and still hasn't even totally fulfilled the call.
Yeah. Still got 25 CS left on the call, which, in a vacuum, you might say that's worrying, but more likely it's because he's been farming champions, not minions.
Yeah. We do see the flash coming out from True Magic. Black Salt has just put down so much pressure.
Yeah.
We talked about this a little bit earlier, the matchup between Lux and Morgana, how generally Morgana should win that. Because Lux doesn't have a way to really dodge the binding coming out from Morgana, but Morgana with Black Shield can stop the light binding coming out from Lux.
Yeah, and that is, of course it's the Morgana, Caitlyn, but oh, yeah. Nether Grasp on Alarcion is going to take him down. That is another Ocean Drake and the first turret of the game before turret plates fall.
So this is just another, they decided to split the map. They decided they were going to try and help their Gnar get ahead in the top lane on the side of the Queen Palace, and Cosmic Flow decided they were going to try and take their advantage bot lane. Yeah. So it once again have to do this kind of cost-benefit analysis, where you have all of those plates and the gold and the kill falling on the top lane to the side of the Sister and Rysselhawk and Nomine. Oh, however, there is a little bit of an engage coming.
Nomine holding that turret as long as he can thanks to that Crescent Guard. Oh, but Chex Mixin. Oh, Chex Mixin.
Yeah, Gadivia, by the way, is 6-1-2, has the completed Luden's Echo and the Sork Boots, and is, as we say in the business, popping some fools.
Yes, he is, as Bjergsen once famously said, "Oh, guys, I'm so strong right now."
Yeah,
So, as you said, they take their, Peen Pals take what they can, top lane, they go ahead and they get that kill on Alarcion, they get that top lane turret. And then you said Seaflow goes bot lane to take that, they get that first turret, then they get the dragon, then they get 3 turrets in the mid lane, or turret plates in the mid lane,
and a kill.
And a kill, because Chex Mixin overstepped. Chimichangas, not gonna go in, he has no support here.
Yeah, honestly, every time they're trading, Cosmic Flow is definitely trading up. They are now about 4,000 gold in the lead,
which means
15 minutes, which means from that 2.5 minute point when we first started talking about the gold lead. However, there is an engage coming out from Chimichangas onto Chex Mixin, who's very low and does die.
Yeah, so they trade 2 for 1 already because somehow Nomine jumps in and just gets bopped. The Grasping Roots are not going to find anything.
Yeah, it was another TP play coming down from Alarcion. However, they don't get anything out of that one. At least for their benefit, though, the Sister is still not top lane and cannot push this lead anymore, as we do see kind of the good old-fashioned NA ram.
Yep, the NA ram, everyone goes mid, no one pays attention to the side lanes, and honestly, I think, the Zister here, he's got to go back. He could probably finish. There we go. The Black Cleaver finished. Jarum's Fist picked up, and he's going to go bot. Yep. Nothing to take in the top lane.
Now, we do see coming out on the side of, for both Maokai and Jarvan 4, we see actually Merc Boots coming out against a team that has 3 big
three
AD champions,
threats.
2 of which are really big auto-attacking champions, and even Gnar has a really strong auto-attacking component in this kit. And so, what do you think about this?
I don't like it. Honestly, there's really only 1, maybe 2 CCs that you're looking at, but meanwhile, Black Salt is engaged on, he has the flash, he's gonna use it. But yeah, there's 1, maybe 2 CCs. You've got the light binding, and then maybe like, I don't know, Gnar stuns or Gnar slows. Those are the only things that you really want to pay attention to in terms of tenacity.
Exactly.
Otherwise, Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa is literally auto-attack central. Everyone should be building, both of the tanks should be building Ninja Tommy here, I think.
Now, at least with the fact that it is Kai'Sa, some magic resist will be helpful.
Oh, the Nether Grasp comes out. Gadivia, by the way, gonna cleanse it. He is silenced. He's low. He's gonna finally go down to that Malzahar, but they get the Malzahar in return. Now True Magic caught in the Cataclysm. He is going to go down. Nomine, 1 more hit's going to do it. Chex Mixin is running here, and that's the double flash to follow. Chex is going to go down. That's a 4, a Quadra.
Now this could be the Penta.
A Penta possibly. UNSC gonna take some hits onto the Zister here. It's a pentakill!
And you know this just feels bad considering it's on the lane opponent of someone who started 3-0 on Kai'Sa.
Yeah, I'm surprised that True Magic is still in this game. Like, it's 15 minutes, and he's gotta be, or it's past 15 minutes, and he's gotta be sideways.
This is just... Now, I do want to point out, he does still have 6 kills and has completed 2 items.
Yeah.
There is still the potential for True Magic to really have an impact in this game. However, if he keeps playing the way that he has been, I don't think he really can do anything.
Yeah, I mean, Gadivia, by the way, did start the fight by getting picked by Razelhoff. He had the Nether Grasp, and while it was a really good QSS, he was still too far forward, so he got all of that damage when No Mind jumped on him and used the Crescent Guard, keeping the rest of his team away. And then, of course, on top of that, or I suppose not on top of that, but in counter to that, True Magic just walked up to Chimichungus and got his ass cataclysmed.
Yeah, and then throughout that time, Caitlyn, using the 650 auto attack range compared to the, I believe, I think 520 on the side of Kai'Sa, is just standing outside of the Cataclysm, hopping, just throwing the auto attacks in there until True Magic was dead. But you brought up a really good point with the fact that this is a Syndra who has bought a QSS. This just shows the state of the game with how far ahead they are when their mage in the mid lane can buy a QSS.
Yeah, it's a QSS. He just gave up 1,300 gold worth of combat stats.
Yeah.
But he's 900 gold ahead. So, and now Alarcion is going to get engaged on, but the Gnar is not going to be able to do anything now. Chex makes him caught by those grasping roots. She is going to go low. Oh, Jarvan jumps too far forward, but he's got the Guardian Angel, so he's fine. No Mind's dead as well. And that's going to be Chimichungus walking away scot-free.
And throughout this whole time, you still just see UNC popping people, just shooting the little shots.
The target focus for Peen Pals isn't quite there. They don't have that lockdown that they need because they're using the Nether Grasp on the wrong targets here.
I'm not sure that's what you wanted to. Okay.
That is what it keeps him alive, but not if you're gonna go in. Gadivia, by the way, is gonna trade his life for it.
Does end up dying, which definitely,
it's the hero play, you know?
Yes.
Oh, and see, again, True Magic goes too far forward and gets picked by Alarcion.
And all this while, they have the Rift Herald just knocking at the structures.
We're not going to see a Dancing Herald here, are we? Okay.
No.
Unfortunate. I think I've seen 2 Dancing Heralds in GRLCS, ever.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't get to see it this game. However, that is an incredibly good push. They get not only 2 turrets off of the use of that Herald, they also get
that bot inhibitor.
The bot inhibitor, which is... This is 20 minutes in the game, and you know what that means.
We know that UNSC has 11 kills, and he has big balls. But I think we're going to see a 21-minute Baron.
That's exactly what I'm trying to point. The fact is, Baron has spawned on the map, and they have automatic pressure on the opposite side of the map, which is, for those of you who might not know, the best inhibitor to take when you are trying to set up around Baron is the bottom inhibitor, because it is pressure that you cannot respond to without being incredibly out of position. Now, the sister does have teleport, which means he can be in the bot lane, he can kill those minions, he can at least match the pressure, and then join the fight with the teleport if they need to. However, it will have to be reactive, and it just is another tool that Cosmic Flows has to play around in this game in which they are 9,000 gold.
As well, Alarcion can go and match. They could do like a sort of 4-1 thing where Cosmic Flow sends 4 members top, Alarcion bottom, push those super minions in. The Zister would have to go down and match him because of the teleport. But Alarcion is acting sort of as a secondary tank here. He's more on pick duty than anything because Chimichungus is doing such a good job of peeling for UNSC, making sure to lock down these carries so that they can't kill his ADC.
Yeah, I think the point is it's not even really peel for the Caitlyn.
Yeah,
it's just they're just engaging and killing everyone before they can even get on the Caitlyn.
It's disruption, and now the flash forward by Alarcion. He is going to knock up the Zister. The ult comes out from Maokai, but it's not going to do anything. That is going to be No Mind jumping into the back of the fight. Chimichungus keeping 4 members locked down so that they can kill No Mind. They trade jungle for jungle. And I don't think that goes in Cosmic Flow's favor, really. Oh, the
However-
Gnar! It's going to be 3 men, but UNSC has the QSS. He is going to use it. He is going to get out of that, and they take 2 with them. The flash is forward. They're going to get Chex Mixin with that half-health ace in the hole.
That's what we call big damage right there. This is a level 12 Caitlyn against the level 8 Lux.
With
and the
no
ace,
defensive stats.
And the ace in the hole just absolutely, like, takes him from almost full health to half health. This
By
was
the way,
crazy.
this is a 2 crit item, 1 QSS, Infinity Edge Caitlyn. He only has 1 damage item. That ace in the hole does not scale off of crit chance and attack speed.
True. It does have incredibly high base damages, though.
Yes, very high base damages, but the point I was trying to make was, yeah, that wasn't just the scaling from the AD. That was just him being strong.
True. Now, I do have to question, though, the re-engage coming out from the sister on the Gnar. It was a very good ult.
It was a good ult.
However, they really didn't have any way to follow it up.
Yeah, True Magic jumping in there with the Killer Instinct was nothing short of suicide, and I think more importantly, the Zister doesn't have the damage to even do that, and they had 2 QSSs available. Even if you get both of their carries in it, they can press that button.
Feels bad.
Feels
reset.
bad.
However, it looks like they are just going to take this lead, an 11,000 gold lead, and turn onto the Baron.
Chimichangas does have smite advantage here with the level up. The Zister is rooted, but he has the Gnar available. Turret goes down. The Nexus turret goes down. The Baron is going low. Oh my god, UNSC just pops the Malzahar, but yeah, they're taking this very slow, so No Mind actually engaged too early. Kadivia, by the way, gets the Zanyas off to avoid the Gnar. That's 3. No Mind can't do anything. They're teleporting in. Oh, Larcion teleporting into the Nexus here. He's gonna jump in, and now he has 1. Only Chex Mixin trying to stop him. They get No Mind, and this is the game. But let's see if Alarcion can do it.
This is so slow. He's hitting the Nexus for about 5 HP, it looks like. Literally, the super minions are doing the same amount of damage to the Nexus.
No, Cosmic Flow, back off, let the man do it.
Just an incredibly good game coming out from the side of Cosmic Flow, with the exception of those first 2 minutes.
Yeah, the
Everything
first 2 minutes, not so great.
First 2 minutes, 100% Peen Pals. Everything since then was just a fantastic display on the side of Cosmic Flow.
A supreme display of talent, if you will.
Supreme.
Despite no Kiana, but we're going to take a quick break because apparently the game has crashed. So we'll be right back.
Wait, my...
Just if
Do we fight to hold our heads up high and beat the drum to what we love? Risk the fall, or we have felt it all come crashing down from far above. Stars are rising, countless worlds colliding, only one will take it all. Can we bring to fall the giants? Can we make the final call? We are the ones to ignite the darkest skies. The champions are the ones that we defy. A solo ride of the few who rise up high, and we all fight at the last rise.
Riley's telling me all about how much he was inting on Ezreal
Incorrect.
against Blitzcrank.
Incorrect. Incorrect.
He got hit by so many more hooks than he should have because the number that he should have been hit by was 0 because he's Ezreal.
There was one time my W animation like canceled the E and I couldn't press and I was very upset.
Yes, that one was very funny. The fact that everyone else knew that interaction, you're like, yeah, if you're in the animation, and oh, there goes Joey.
What happened?
No, Joey just disconnected.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
they
he's
just-
back. So let's go ahead and
Well,
introduce
because
these teams.
they paused.
On the side of the blue side,
Bingo
we
Squad
ha-
3.
We have Bingo Squad 3. We have Hizdirki on Cho'Gath in the top lane. We have Denial Hurts on Nidalee in the jungle. We have Ivor on Gangplank in the mid lane. And then we have Ed and Dr. Shigewigi on the awesome duo of Illusion and Thresh. I wonder if they'll be able to get over the differences and actually, fight this lane.
Well, Senna's back, so I'm sure Lucian has, like, given up a little bit of that animosity. Of course, he's still probably going to try and kill Thresh. Just kill him.
Just kill him.
Yeah. So, meanwhile, on the red side, we have America's team of Platinum Division, GSM.
Gecko Slammer, Armageddon.
All right, we've got Huni in the top lane on Akali. Crumb inside me. Crumb inside me on Shyvana. Karista playing Poppy.
Karasuda.
No, shut up. Karista on Poppy in the mid lane and the bot lane. We have the Leroy and Ari Panda. Heimerdinger! And Ari Panda on Lux.
Okay, now we
Okay,
did
so
see
this
some,
is-
Right,
Yeah.
some
Why did I
very-
think this was Cho'Gath top?
we did have some very classy inting from Ari Panda on the Lux last week, so we'll have to see if we have a similar performance this week when paired up with the oh so powerful Heimerdinger in the bot lane.
The reason that Karista is mid is because he's playing against Joey, and Jesse and Joey are good friends. And for some reason, they put money on games that should not be 1-to-1 odds. I'm sorry, Joey. Oh, but I'm sorry, Joey, because he takes about half of his health against Karista, getting the charge off onto the wall.
I do want to, look, we've seen a lot of very successful poppies in the,
yeah.
in Get Rank.
Oh, Karista, what are you doing?
Oh, he flashed. He did not need to flash
He did
right
not
there.
need to flash there.
But it's a power play.
It's a power
That is just setting up his dominance.
Just understanding, making sure that Hizdirki knows. Like, hey bud, you know whose lane this is, but the Leroy, he does not know whose lane this is. He's gonna go very low. One more auto attack, but Dr. Siggy Wiggy hits the wrong minion. He hits a minion instead of the Leroy.
Oh.
And
The
can
Leroy-
jump forward!
oh!
The flash! The autos! It's not gonna do it! First blood to Ari Panda!
Now, that is just, you wish you could say that was, well played, but that was just kind of, a clown fiesta down there
Just
in
a
the
little
bot
bit.
lane. Everyone was trying everything. I would like to point out that Leroy missed almost everything, but it's okay. He had his turrets just popping away at him, and Ari Panda hit it when it mattered.
Luckily for the Leroy, he had the poke damage from when Ari Panda would hit the light binding.
Exactly.
And then, follow up with the Hextech micro rockets.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't actually need to hit his everything. Oh, A4. You missed a minion.
He missed a minion, but he did it to style on him, so I definitely think it was worth.
Definitely worth it. The style points. He's missing so many minions.
It's okay. It's all to style on them.
But yeah, we did actually see a 1-for-1 trade. Karista and Hizdirki. Hizdirki with the ignite burned down the Poppy afterward. And now he's knocked up, slowed a little bit, silenced a little bit. But he's not going to get hit by the Nidalee Spears.
No, that's
That feels bad, man.
It feels bad. However, we do see these are two tanks in the mid lane. They will be able to skill fairly well. However, it looks like they
excuse
are
me.
probably not going to be building tanks.
I was going to say, you have obviously never played with Joey's. Joey's Cho'Gath is a sight to behold.
This is looking like it's probably going to be a full AP Cho'Gath followed by potentially a. I want to guess that this might be Triforce Poppy on the side coming out from Karsuda.
Oh, but I think he's in a little bit of trouble. He doesn't have his flash, and he's gonna get killed by the Cho'Gath.
You know, you kind of wish he would have had his flash. What happened to that? Oh yeah,
Oh,
he wasted it
wait.
level 3.
Right, after he dove under tower accidentally.
Oh, lethality Poppy. Okay, well, I would definitely have to see that one coming out. However,
And end, going very low.
not quite going down. However, we do see just how much good poke damage there can be coming out from
And Ari Panda is gonna lose her life, but
Yeah.
I think it's worth it. They get the assist, and now the Leroy's gonna die though. So
It was a good play coming out from the side of Dr. Siggy Wiggy. I don't actually think that Ari Panda was the intended target. I think he was trying to hit the Leroy and then happened to just hit the Ari Panda, keeping her inside of the turret range.
So Ivor and Huni duking it out here in the top lane, where we actually haven't seen much action. We haven't got to talk about it very much because well,
We've been everywhere else.
yeah, because everyone else is dying across the rest of the map. So is going to hit. Oh, Huni's actually quite low. If Eivor can get 6 here and get that cannon barrage, he might be able to try and go for a kill onto this Kali. Meanwhile, Karista, this is Electrocute Poppy versus Electrocute Cho'Gath. So you know that. Oh, Crumb inside me.
Oh, however, there is 2 different ganks on 2 different sides of the map right now.
And this is a 3-man in the mid lane.
Karsuda is doing his best though. However, in the top lane, it is turned around actually, and we see that. Oh wait, never mind. Shyvana's on the side of Huni.
Yes. Yes, Shyvana was there for Huni, which is how Huni got the kill onto Ivor, who is going to teleport. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know that feels bad for Huni, or for Ivor, because he was
Doing so well.
well, not necessarily doing super well. He doesn't have a CS lead or anything, but he had poked Huni down. I was trying to say Huni and poked, he came out pooked. He had poked Huni down so low, and you know was potentially looking for a dive and a kill, and then ends up dying himself.
Yeah. And like I said, he's doing super well mainly because even though he hadn't gotten a kill on a Huni or a CS lead, he was about to push him out of the lane, which would then force the teleport, the kill, the CS lead, or possibly even a kill. If he forced like a flash or something.
Yeah. So right there, you just have to say that was a good game from Crumb inside
Yes.
me. Now they do of course trade it with the
Poppy.
counter gank coming on the side of the mid lane. We did see that they were able to kill Karsuda and get even more gold onto this Cho'Gath. And AP Cho'Gath is no fun to play against.
Oh, are you kidding me? It is hilarious to play against as long as you're not the one getting flash knock-up silence chopped.
Exactly.
Oh, but the flash forward is going to get the Leroy, and the Leroy knows it. He knows he's dead, and Denial hurts. Oh, but the teleport coming in from Huni. Ari Panda gonna go low. Denial hurts, going to get the kill here. Buddy's rooted, Buddy's dead. And they are going to get Dr. Siggy Wiggy, and the Leroy is alive.
The Leroy is alive. Very good TP coming out from Huni to keep him safe. And so we do see that is actually a 2-for-1 advantage to the side of GSM.
Great reactive teleport.
Really good teleport, and then also Ari Panda making sure that she was able to bind Nidalee under the tower to get that trade kill.
Yeah, you bind Nidalee under the tower, you get the trade kill, you make that jungler useless in that fight, then it is just a straight 2v2, where you have a little more, you have more damage because of the Akali, and even though you don't have as much CC, you can kind of disrupt a little more with all of the Heimerdinger nonsense that comes out of this game.
I do want to give some props up to Hizdirki, because it looks like he has hit almost every single one of these knockups onto Karsuda.
Yeah, and of course, since he's going lethality Poppy, he is not buying boots right now, which is kind of a staple against playing against a Cho'Gath and not getting hit by the Qs.
Nah, Boots overrated.
Boots are overrated,
Boots
said
are
Wing Nation before he got solo killed 6 times by his Durkee last split.
Boots are overrated, okay? As we can see, Poppy is 1-3, is playing flawlessly.
Oh, and Crumb inside me is here. I guess they're just pushing the turret.
Yeah, has already picked up these Phoenix Codex, so does have some
Oh,
AP.
or they're gonna go for Siggy.
Yeah, and just we see the turrets. That was, I believe, the ultimate turret. Just doing a fair amount of damage, making sure that they do get that plate, and then also the kill on Dr. Siggy Wiggy, who dies 2 times fairly rapidly in these fights, kind of back to back. Which is why we see such a level discrepancy, level 7 on the sides of End and the Leroy, but only level 5 on the side of Dr. Siggy Wiggy, which also just means he provides that much less in this kind of turret dive, not really a dive, but just a battle of hope.
Yeah, and he doesn't have the box, is the thing.
Exactly.
Oh, Huni's here. He gets a lot of damage on his Denial Hurts, but he basically doesn't have anything left. His ultimate is down, and now Denial Hurts is coming back. Now Karista has Durkee. That's going to be the knock-up from the Poppy, but I don't think he has...
Oh. I think
he disconnected.
He either disconnected or just figured he couldn't actually do anything there, and so just decides to try and go out with a little bit of flair and style.
Going out with flair and style by literally doing the opposite of going out with flair and
by
style.
literally standing still and just taking it.
Subverting some expectations over here.
So I will say good job to the side of Karasuda, and better job to the side of Husdurkey.
Yes, thank you, Husdurkey, for providing us with this source of entertainment.
Yeah, however, I do want to just look at the kind of game state in general. We do have 2 points, we have 2 kills up on the side of GSM. However, they are only about 400k up, so...
400k.
400 gold up. So it's not super impactful.
Ooh, that was a great turret that the Leroy just dropped. Not the ultimate one, but he threw a tiny one in front, and now Denial Hurts might lose his life for it. That's, one more hit. Could do it.
Artbender is going for it.
Oh, she went too deep. Avior is going to get the kill. Ivor is going to get the kill, and the Leroy might lose his life as well now.
Yeah, that was a really good interaction coming out there from the Leroy. When you spawn the turret, it can actually... Oh, however, it looks... Oh. Feels bad, man. But no, as we were saying, it is really good interaction where you can put a turret down right in front of the hook, because Thresh's hook is one of the slower moving ones. But you can put a turret down and actually intercept the hook with one of your turrets. And so we do see that there from the Leroy. And so they do get the kill on Dr. Siggy Wiggy.
And this could be a 3v2, but Karista gonna get knocked up. Husdurkey flashes forward. He has the chomp. He's gonna use it. And now Crumb inside me is here, but he misses the... I keep thinking that that's his auto attack because I've been playing a lot of TFT and not seeing a lot of Shyvana on the Rift.
Does do a fair amount of damage.
This is a full AP Shyvana.
Does do a fair amount of damage and will scale really hard with that AP, especially when she is in that dragon form.
Yep.
However, we did see what you were talking about, the knock-up, flash, silence, chomp onto Karasuda, who, as we've talked about, is building lethality, is not building any HP or defensive stats.
But at least he's finally getting boots. Meanwhile,
yes,
the Leroy...
has picked up the brown back boots.
Meanwhile, the Leroy...
Yes, meanwhile, the Leroy is just, forming a lot of...
He's donging on him, that's for sure.
He is donging on him.
He says ding dong.
Has picked up the Luden's Echo, so we'll be making sure he has that much additional push pressure with the Luden's Echo proc, which will do some more AoE damage, but then also it'll make his poke a little bit stronger if he can manage to land some ability onto End or Dr. Siggy Wiggy when he has that active.
And hopefully now that he has that Luden's Echo, he'll buy boots, because with the Thresh, with the Cho'Gath, even with the Nidalee Spears, please, for the love of God, buy boots.
Now,
get help.
It is true that...
Oh, Karista. Okay, Flash is out. Looks like he's gonna get to safety.
It is true, however, that boots are not as important on Heimerdinger because of his passive, I believe it is, that he gets increased attack speed when he is around his turrets. Or, not attack speed, move speed. However, we do see kind of a botched dive right there, in which everyone misses everything. And End flashes actually might be looking to kill the people trying to dive on top of him. Dr. Siggy Wiggy is back in there. They have killed the turret, so there is an escape route for Crumb inside me. But well played by End right there.
but Crumb Inside Me is going to go down to Hizderki, but Hizderki going to go down to the lead. No, actually, it goes down to Ari Panda's Ignite.
Yeah, we also see Ivor go down in the top lane, does take an additional
Yeah.
turret shot.
And they trade.
And they do trade, actually, which I think is better for Ivor because I believe he got shut down.
Yeah, because it was a 3-0 Akali. And now Karista, he is going to take a lot of damage onto this turret. Might be able to take it. Lethality Poppies, no joke.
Yeah.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Duskblade first rather than Yumu's Paladin. I'll take your word for it. I am not a.
Well,
Poppy
however, there is a
connoisseur.
TP coming out from Huni here on the bot lane, trying to save the Leroy, and they might be in a little bit of a bad situation here.
Nice. That is going to be the kill by the Akali onto the Nidalee. Gonna get the double onto end. Might go for the triple onto Siggy if he can get an E off, or they're just going to have the whole Goon Squad is here.
They're throwing everything and they're missing so much of it.
And Karista finally takes that kill. But that's a 3-for-1.
It is a 3-for-1, and we also see this is a 5-in-1 Huni who hadn't even bought Gunblade yet, was just sitting on the Gunblade components. Now we'll be able to back, buy Gunblade, and be at such a strong point in the game. Obviously has shown that he can play this champion fairly well. So we will just have to see, will the side of Bingo Squad actually be able to really deal with this Akali, who is, as we said, 5-in-1, sitting on Sword Boots and a completed Gunblade. We'll be doing so much damage.
And from inside me, with that increased movement speed, gonna run down his Durkee, get some damage off, and avoid the knockup.
So it is a fair amount of damage coming out. Now, it's not as high as it will be, of course. You know, we only see really the completed Runic Echoes and nothing additional coming out from, you know, additional damage sources really coming out from inside me. However, this is definitely something I do want to keep an eye on as the game progresses. You know, a really good place. I'm not entirely sure what the ability called, but the fireball coming out from Shyvana as we get later in the game will put massive amounts of damage onto Denial Hurts or the Lucian and on the Lucian, even because it's not really building defensively, we'll be doing a fair amount of damage to this Cho'Gath.
Yep. Now Siggy not going to find Ari Panda, but Ari Panda does have the final spark. Not actually going to hit anyone. And Denial Hurts is going to pick up that Rift Herald.
Yeah, it looked like they didn't have vision, so Ari Panda was just kind of throwing it blindly, hoping to get the steal.
Huni going to be pushed off of that inner turret by Ivor. So the split push is canceled for the moment, and Sturkey with the Proto Belt is going to get away from the stun by Leroy.
Yeah. Now, despite the fact that Akali in the top lane does have 5 kills, Ivor does still have a slight CS lead with about 15, 20 CS lead. So good job at least there in pressuring to be able to get that CS lead.
I would be slightly embarrassed if he didn't have a CS lead, considering the number of times that Huni has left lane to go gank somewhere else, the TP bot, and Ivor has just, and he might be in trouble here, Crumb inside me, chasing him down, but he is going to have to get away. Huni is there pressuring Leroy low.
Really big barrels right there coming out to get the Leroy and Kursuga low.
So now Crumb inside me is going to take the biggest Krug, but he's going to have to give up the rest of it. Siggy Wiggy, he's rooted. He's going to go down for a second. Huni with another kill. He's going to get knocked up. Silence. The hit's coming out, but they're going to get him. The shutdown by N.
Yeah, the Shroud will keep you invisible, but it will not stop you from AoE damage. And as we can see, the culling coming out from Lucian right there, using the red Lucian skin, which is really cool. Does just do a really good job in being able to find him in that Shroud and take him down. However, it is a 1v1. It is a 1-for-1 trade, but still, I'm going to give that advantage to the team that kills the Fed top laner, as opposed to the team that kills the support.
I mean, it was basically a double kill because it was a 600 gold shutdown.
Yeah.
So N picks that up. He's going to be sitting much better at the end of this fight as he was beforehand. He only had the Essence Reaver, and now he's going to get a little bit more, a little something.
I do want to say that I am a fan fan of the build that Ind is going right here. No, there is still kind of some debate between whether you go for it or whether you go for the crit build. I personally just think that the crit build scales so well and can do so much damage at the later point of the game. Also, no one is really building super tanky, so the percent health damage is not going to be as strong as if you were facing, for example, a Poppy that was actually building tank.
Yeah. Oh, that is going to knock up onto Karista. They get the hit on Huni with that.
Ooh, good barrel
Wow,
coming
yeah.
out onto Crumb inside me.
The death sentences are coming out clutch from Crumb inside me flashed, and Ari Panda got hit with the. Oh.
That is what I like to say is fantastic.
Oh!
That was such a good triple barrel chain.
Oh, the snipes coming in from downtown. Denial hurts, and Ivor chaining together the barrels, chaining together the ultimate and the spear.
The spear coming out from Lily, as we can tell. For those of you who don't know, Ivor plays a lot of gameplay. Just plays a lot of solo queue and a lot of gameplay. And we can see it coming out there with the triple barrel chain, getting a lot of damage down onto Karasuda. Finish. Oh!
And
And
his
they-
Durkee getting missing pinged.
Getting spam pinged. It looks like they will just kind of take this advantage they have kind of built and try and maybe take it to the into the Ocean Dragon. However, they're really low.
I mean, in the long run, it is a 3-for-1. They get a turret, and all they lose is their mid laner, who didn't even have a shutdown on him. Now they get the dragon, and failed his relentless pursuit over the wall. He thought we wouldn't see it.
We saw it.
We saw it.
Everyone saw it.
By the way, Duskblade on Poppy.
Does finally pick up the Duskblade, and I do. I agree what Paladin actually said earlier with the fact that Duskblade just inherently has more lethality on it than Yumu's Ghostblade does. I believe it's 18 versus 21 lethality.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
so,
18 and 16 armor respectively, because lethality scales like an absolute monkey.
yeah, it is most definitely.
It's a weird ass scaling.
It is a very strange scaling that scales with your level as opposed to the amount of armor it does. However, as all champions passively get more armor as the game goes on, you definitely want to make sure you're staying ahead of the curve. However, I do agree, just because there is more lethality on Duskblade, it is better to get that early so you can abuse that advantage more early.
Oh, Ari Panda. Oh, Ari Panda.
Yum, yum, says Huzurki.
He gets to chomp on that Lux.
Yeah, this is at least 2, maybe more champions that he's been able to chomp on. I am wondering, can we check?
Oh,
however, that is a
Leroy.
really good hook.
He doesn't even have the Zanya's Hourglass. It's not available, so they're going to get another kill on Believer. Flash forward. Crumb inside me. He's caught. That certainly is a death sentence. And Huzurki gets the kill, but not before Crumb inside me gets a lot of damage onto End.
Yeah, now it looks like they might try and turn this onto the Baron, or at least clear out vision. They are fairly low, and was actually chunked very, very far low, as we talked about. And Karasuda is in the area at full health. However, they are just going to start up the Baron, as Karasuda decides he's going to go.
That's what
Yeah.
happens when you have 2 lethality items, Buckler auto with the Duskblade passive,
Yeah.
Ignite, and ult.
That's what happens when you decide to go full lethality Poppy versus full AP
Cho'Girth.
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 Girth.
Girth.
That's what we're going for.
That's what I always go for.
So yeah, really good there from Karasuda to make sure that they do push off the Baron and can actually just go through. Ooh, however, good use of the oranges there to get out of the CC coming from Ari Panda.
He ate oranges, and it was K.
I
Denial
am
Hurts
wondering
is
though,
here.
can we check and see how Huzurki is doing on stacking his ultimate? Because we have seen a couple times where we have been able, only has 3 charges of the ultimate. Oh,
Okay. They are all on champions, which is very characteristic of his Durkee. He doesn't really use it to farm because he needs,
the damage.
he always needs the damage because you need that third. Like, yes, you can use the auto attack. Oh, that's going to be Ari Panda taking the kill on the City Wiggy. The ultimate comes out from Ivor, who is taking a lot of damage from the Leroy's ulted turret. Now Crumb inside me gets a big Q off onto Denial Hurts. So now the Baron is secured in terms of vision for GSM.
They, however, really haven't taken down anyone super important on either side. Huni is back up and does have the TP, and Dr. Siggy Wiggy was the only one to go down in that fight. Of course, being the support end is still up. Hizdirki is still up, doing so much damage. I would, however, still like to see Hizdirki occasionally use the ultimate to just get some stacks to be able to build up more of that passive HP.
Yeah, he could certainly use it, but especially because there is no tank busting on the side. Like, there isn't percent health damage, there isn't anything. It's just all burst damage. Yeah, it is all burst damage.
Which is why I think the increased HP coming from the ult passive would be beneficial, as it might make it even easier to actually stand up to Karasuda.
Yeah, but does not look like he's going to take our advice.
Well, he is the full AP Cho'Gath player. I've never played Cho'Gath before, so...
And now the ult comes forward from Crumb inside me, does not manage to find anything. Leroy also commits his ult. So... Oh, Shyvana gonna be caught a little bit. That's gonna be Cullen coming out from inside me, goes down. Denial Hurts on a killing spree.
So actually we do have a response here coming from Hizdirki that the reason he's not doing it is because he doesn't want to get the large model because it makes his hitbox even bigger. Actually, that is really smart.
Yeah.
Which is one of the reasons, as I said, I don't know. I do not play full AP Cho'Gath.
And generally, he also doesn't necessarily use the ult all the time just to get the kill. Sometimes he'll use it. He'll Q Proto Belt forward ult and then hit the silence because it's not that important to get the stack. So.
It's just more so for the damage as opposed to the...
Yeah, it's for the true damage rather than... Oh, the ultimate comes out from Ivor. Dr. Siggy coming forward. He's going to get knocked back and takes some of those micro rockets. And Hizdirki does not manage to find anything with that knockout.
That was, however, the ultimate coming out from both of them just for the ultimate for Ivor. So in terms of just ultimate numbers, that was a very good trade coming out. And that's also the ultimate coming out from Ari Panda.
Now Karista, he is also going to get knocked up, slowed. Ooh, not going to hit with that spear.
Yeah, and as we see, they are just kind of dancing right here around the Baron. We do generally see that Bingo Squad, as of right now, does have kind of the advantage in terms of vision. They do have priority around this area, and as such, can go into clear vision. Also, just the fact that they are on the blue side does make it easier to contest really kind of getting that vision, just because the Baron Pit opens into their side of the jungle, as opposed to them having to walk around and kind of awkwardly maneuver to get position. However, they are looking like they are going to actually start up the Baron. Yeah,
there is no vision from the side of GSM, so they're going to have to basically guess here. From inside me throws that control ward over the wall. Now the Leroy is trying to find vision. Are we going to see Bingo Squad peel off of this? It looks like they are. They don't want to get engaged on because they know that they will certainly lose a fight, but they're not letting the Baron reset. Siggy Wiggy goes low. Siggy Wiggy gets a heal from Denial Hurts. The ultimate comes out from the Lux. It's not going to find anything. Cooney gets knocked up. He's going to go down. Karista follows. That's Crumb inside me. That's 3-0 with a great ult combo here from Bingo Squad Gaming. Ivor not going to get anything. Hizdirki is low. He has to Zanya's. And now it is 4 low members.
Hizdirki's really low, but he was also circling like a shark. He still has the chomp, and he is just one to nom 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 on some of these champions.
The Jaws theme is playing. Is Leroy going to get picked here by Denial Hurts? He might get the spear. If he does, he can get the execute attack. He is going to get it. Denial Hurts on a rampage, and Leroy goes down.
And as we see, Ivor is just scaling incredibly well. He's doing a lot of damage in these fights. His ultimates have been very, very good, and his barrels, he's had some very impactful barrel chains.
Yeah, and he also did, I believe, just get the second upgrade for his cannon, so, you know, probably going to be this extra waves, more damage, longer duration, and they are going to start the Baron.
Yeah, and again, they're just starting it up. He has also, it looks like he might be building into either, I would assume is either Infinity Edge or Guardian Angel.
I would probably guess Infinity Edge. There isn't there is a lot of burst damage, but I don't think they need to get it onto Ivor. They're more paying attention to his
And
Darky.
it is the Infinity Edge,
Yep.
which he just picks up. We'll put him at 500 or 50% crit.
50% crit, and those crits are doing extra damage. Plus, he's got the Spellblade for his Trinity Force, so these Qs.
We'll be doing a fair amount of we'll do a lot of damage, and also if he can get the crit onto the barrels, we'll just be doing insane amounts of damage.
Hindenburg-esque, even.
Yes, they're gonna pop him.
Pop him.
Like a zeppelin.
You know, as I say, bop it,
Twist it.
pull it,
Pop
What?
it.
kill your family.
Okay.
Bop it.
Moving on, we do see though that with them picking up the Baron, it looks like they might just be trying to. They're actually kind of slowing it down. I'm surprised they're not actually. It looks like, okay, actually their plan is to do a 4-1, potentially sending Ivor to the top lane where he can influence the bot lane with his cannon barrage, and send the other 4 members into the bot lane where they still have all of the turrets left to pick, which means there's a lot of gold that they can also pick up. They are already 6,000 gold ahead, but they can catapult that lead even more picking up these turrets.
This Baron power play we're getting here, they are going to already take 1 turret. Meanwhile, Ivor is going to have to go mid to try and stop that push on the inner turret, but it's already gone. Are they going to keep going for the inhib turret, and can Ivor stop them? He has the ultimate available. He is not going to stop the Leroy's back. It doesn't look like he's going to stop Ari Panda's back, but he's here to match Karista. They now can push the inhib turret, but they have to do it against 2 members.
Yeah, they do trade those 2 turrets for their middle inner turret, which is, an important turret to get. So kind of a lapse right there coming out from the side. Oh, however, that is a really big binding.
Yeah, they are going to get Siggy Wiggy thanks to the burn from Crumb inside me. That's going to be a second one onto Huni, and the ultimate from Ivor is going to force them away, or at least for a little bit. Ari Panda, that's another one. He gets the chomp.
Yum,
Hum nom nom nom
yum,
nom nom nom.
yum.
Delicioso. Karista now chasing down, and he does get the hit on, but he's lost half his life already. Crumb inside me, not going to find anything.
Ivor is also here. He has managed to make his way up, and he's setting up his barrel.
Making his way downtown. He's walking fast. The face is past, and he is bound for GSM's base. But can they do get the ultimate? His Durkee is
knock
stuck
him
in
into the
He's stuck
pit!
in the he's stuck in the dragon pit. Is he going to be able to get anything here? No, he's just gonna die.
Can you direct where Poppy ult sends you?
It sends him directly back in the direction of the base.
So that was either incredibly lucky or a 500 IQ play coming out from Karsuda right there.
Yeah, I'm going with Jesse's a god. He's a supercomputer playing Poppy.
That was incredibly well done there on the side of Karsuda to send his
into
Durkee
the
into the dragon pit where he couldn't escape.
He didn't have flash. He just used ultimate to kill Ari Panda. I'm
done.
stunned.
Well done there, coming out from the side of Karasuda. Clearly knows the limits of his champion.
Yeah, so now it is a 4,500 gold lead, approaching 5. I think it's going to get to 5 if Ari Panda does not die here. It is going to use the flash, however.
However, that just does show the impact of that last fight, though. The fact that they were able to get quite a few kills back. They're actually even farther down in gold now than they were a little bit earlier, because I believe it was about a 6,000 gold lead a couple minutes ago, and now it's shot down to about a 5,000 gold
Yeah,
lead.
so GSM is managing to do some good things here to try and turn the tide of the game back to their favor, but they've got an open inhibitor here on the bot side, so they really don't want to lose this, because as we said last game, you don't want to lose that bot inhibitor because that's the one where Baron is.
Yeah, they
rather.
do pick up the Infernal Drake though, which is going to be very good. It's just going to make it that much easier for Huni to pop somewhere, and it's just going to make those.
Karista forced to flash. Rockets come out from the Leroy. Denial Hurts takes some damage, but he should have the heal available in just a second. Ivor takes some damage as well. Denial Hurts healing up. He has the Athens, so he will be able to heal shield.
As we can see, though, that's just that much damage coming out from Crumb inside me. We talked about how we wanted to watch how his damage would scale throughout the game, and we see it's starting to scale very well. Has also picked up, is not going for the
The
completely
Morellonomicon.
full, is starting to build the Morellonomicon, but has also built Nashor's Tooth, so we'll have some more of that combat ability if he does get right on top
Yeah,
of you.
this is a little more bruiser oriented. You've got the Lianshu's Torment to try and get into, you want to stay in combat so you do more damage. The Nashor's Tooth helps you after you use that first rotation of spells. You're going to be doing damage even without it. Oh, the Poppy ult is not going to hit.
That's also the
Neither is
ultimate
Leroy's
from
ult.
Leroy.
Now Huni might be in trouble, but no, they're going to be able to cancel that barrel from Ivor.
However, does place another one down.
Ooh, Leroy's almost dead here. And that is going to be the Locket of the Iron Solari coming out. That's the jump in from his Durkee. He uses the Zanyas.
Now,
But there,
can anyone get back to actually protect him?
Ivor with his barrels, he is going to threaten, but Huni still gets the kill anyways. Ivor flashes away. That's the Culling coming out. Come inside me, going low. Dr. Siggy Wiggy gonna go down. Karista loses his life.
However, there is a good trade coming on the side of End, making sure he does get the kill onto Karasuda to make it a 2-for-1 as opposed to a 2-for-0.
Yeah, but they do get that inhibitor, and that's the crucial part because the Baron's back on the map.
True. They will have that automatic pressure, as we were talking about last game, in the bot lane, which means that if they're going to respond to that pressure, they won't have someone up there able to set up vision, or if they get picked, they won't have that immediate response. They will have to make sure that they have time to actually channel the teleport from Huni, who will probably be the one sent down to contest that wave.
Meanwhile, Denial does hurt. He has so much damage here. The Death Cap, the Lich Bane, and the Runic Echoes is a 3-item combination of pain.
Now, we do have to consider the fact that a lot of times Heimerdinger can actually do the Baron with only maybe 1 or 2 other people, as long as someone is tanking and the turrets are allowed to fire, because Heimerdinger, ooh, and that was a big spear coming out from Italy right there. The Leroy lost almost half his health from that one arrow, or that one spear.
These max range spears, it's going to do the same thing to Ari Panda. They actually force both bot laners away. Karista takes about a 1/5 of his health, maybe. And they are going to start this. Ivor jumping in. He's going to get some damage off, but he does not find anyone. Denial hurts, takes some damage from this. Shyvana, the teleport coming in from Huni. The ultimate comes out. His Durkee gets the kill, but loses his life to the final spark.
Now, you will say worth if the rest of the members can get out with the Baron buff, though, and it looks like they most likely will be able to.
Yeah, and now, in 2 seconds, the Elder Drake is up. And that is a fight that Bingo Squad wants to take.
Yes. Now, this Elder Dragon will be fairly consequential for both sides. It is even more important for GSM, though, because if they are able to get the Elder Dragon, it'll make it so much harder for the side of Bingo Squad to actually fight them and utilize the Baron buff. Also, the fact that they have an additional elemental stack. Oh, however, that is
That's
a
Leroy's
flash. And honestly, I feel like he had
needed
to.
it, yeah.
He had to flash right there because of the angle at which the spear was coming.
You couldn't really dodge it. Huni here. That's going to be the final spark coming out. Denial Hurts goes down. Huni jumps in. He uses the Zanyas, and that's already one down. His Durkee just respawned. He can't come back. Huni, one more hit. It's going to do it. Now, the Guardian Angel is bringing End back. He has to jump away. That's going to be a whiffed E from Ari Panda, so they're not going to be able to kill End. He commits both summoner spells for that, but with Huni dead, someone has to go back to stop that minion push.
But just look at how much damage Carmen Side Me is doing. Because of the fact that when he is in dragon form, it leaves that kind of area on the ground which will do damage over time. He's able to just kind of control areas of the map, these tiny little zones of the fights, to where you cannot stand or fight on that zone. However, it looks like because so much of GSM did have to back, the Bingo Squad is going to try and take this Elder Dragon.
And with these double major buffs, they want to push right now. I think they're going to go for that 4-1 again. Ivor has teleport. Huni does not. So they're going to take this, take their 4 members mid. Oh, maybe they're just going to just run it down.
Now,
Denial
we
Hurts.
do have to realize, though, that because they took the Elder Dragon so much later, it will last a little bit longer than the Baron buff will. Also, this is only the first Elder Dragon, so it is still that kind of reduced.
Yeah, it only lasts
I
like
think
2
it's
minutes.
a 2.5 minute
Yep.
long duration. However, it does mean that if this game goes even longer, the ability to have that second Elder Dragon is a possibility for this team.
Yeah, second Elder Drake, not to mention they are now on even ground in terms of Drake numbers because Elder Drake will count previous Elder Drakes. For the damage, Dr. Siggy Wiggy gets a hit onto Leroy. Leroy goes down! Ari Panda forced to flash, gonna go down as well! Avor with the burn. Now his Durkee taking on Hoonie, but the Akali is just too fancy with the feet.
Yeah.
Denial Hurts goes down as well. That's Siggy for 3.
Look at how much damage this Crumb Inside Me is doing. As we were talking about, just controlling these zones and getting the damage over time onto these people if they stand on the afflicted area. It just means that they are able to do so much damage in these kind of extended periods. And this is, not the first fight that His Durkee has been caught and hasn't really been able to provide anything to the team fight. Just got absolutely taken down by Hoonie.
They need to be able to 5v5, and when it's a 4v4 with a 1v1 on the side, that doesn't work for GSM because that 1v1 is gonna be Hoonie or Karista, and those two can actually 1v1 basically anyone on this field.
Yeah. Now, despite the fact that those team fights started really well for the side of Bingo Squad, they got those 2 quick picks on the Leroy and Ari Panda with the burn and the damage coming out, granted by the Elder Dragon. However, in the extended fight, it went awfully. They proceeded to lose, I think, 3 people, making it a 2 for 3 in the extended fight in the favor of Gecko Slammer Armageddon.
Yeah, they only got that one inner turret as well with that Baron. So now their Baron buff is down. They've got 2 minutes left until the next one is up. Can they go for the third? Oh,
Lands
Leroy!
the hook.
That's going to be a kill onto Leroy. He's already used the heal. And Avor jumps in, gonna get the kill. Denial hurts. Ari Panda might go down as well. The hit is going to do it. Crumb Inside Me is here, but too little too late. Both bot laners go down to GSM.
As we can see that there is just still a lot of damage coming out from Crumb Inside Me, who is getting those Dark Harvest stacks. So much damage that just went down onto end.
Yeah, and this is
Does land
reduced
the hook.
healing damage. Siggy Wiggy gets the hook, but is it enough? Hoonie uses the Zanyas. Can jump through. He's gonna get Siggy Wiggy. Can he go for 2 here? His Durkee trying to zone him away, but now that's going to be the jump in. That's going to be a double kill. His Durkee goes down. Karista traded back on the side of Bingo Squad, but it's a 3 for 2, and that's including the 2 picks.
End has done really well on this Lucian to be able to punish Karasuda every time that he does go in. However, they look like because they have the fast track into, they do get that turret down. However, they have to be careful of Hoonie, who's just so strong.
But Hoonie had just committed that E, so there was no way for him to get in. He had no flash, he had no ult. So this is very good positioning around the cooldowns from Bingo Squad.
And Crumb Inside Me just seems to always have that ultimate up and ready. And one of the things about Shyvana is the Fireball does leave that AoE effect only in the dragon form, which is why it's so crucial that if you are going to fight, you make sure that you are in your ultimate.
Yep. You basically can't fight as regular Shyvana, which is why it's so important to manage that Fury bar. Because, of course, as I'm sure most of you know, Shyvana's ult cooldown isn't gated by an actual cooldown, it's gated by how much rage she has. So
and the way that she kind of picks up rage is, I believe, by killing units and by auto attacking.
it's like a Narbar. Except Shyvana is much better inside the dragon form than outside. Avor knocked away.
Only gets one of them though, which means His Durkee is still here and does have the chomp.
And he is going to get... He does get it! Now Hoonie low, but that's his Durkee down already. They're gonna find Hoonie, and now can they get Karista? They do.
And
Oh! Denial Hurts just goes down. That's gonna be the Guardian Angel popping 4, and can they get him? He's going to jump back. Oh, one more burn. Is it going to get him? No! The lifesteal on the blue buff is going to save him. They lose 2, but they get 2 back and the Baron.
Yeah, they did also blow the Guardian Angel on the side of N, which of course is going to be very impactful, especially with just how, as we were talking about, this is also not the first time we kind of saw that Ari Panda landed a binding, and Crumb Inside Me was able to use the ability to, the fireball to be able to leave that AoE effect, which not only meant that it got the initial damage, it also meant that was doing the AoE damage and the damage over time as well.
Yeah, so now they do have the Baron buff. Bingo Squad has the Baron buff, but they're waiting the extra 20 seconds so they can get that 5-minute long Elder Drake.
Now, I do want to look at the gold lead because this is an 8,000 gold lead coming. Oh, however, there is an engage coming.
Inside me's picked.
That is absolutely massive. So much of their team fight has been the damage coming out from Crumb Inside Me.
And so now, with a minute-long respawn timer, Huni has to make or break this. Karista as well. If they can find something on it, and but Huni's picked. Huni's dead.
Such a good hook coming out there from Dr. Siggy Wiggy, and they knew it was going to be a difficult fight. The fact that they did. Oh, however.
And Karista's down as well. I think we know what this means. The Leroy, he is going to find end the 1,000 gold shutdown, but the kill by his Durkee not quite going to come out, but they know that they don't really need it. There's 4 versus 2. They have
a lot of damage coming out from the Leroy, though, as he tries to fancy foot his way past this. Unfortunately, he just won't be able to do anything, as Ari Panda throws the light bindings from afar in moral support.
But importantly, they wasted so much time that Crumb Inside Me is about to be back up.
That's true. However, I do think that they can still most likely get these 2 inhibitors, no problem.
Certainly both of the inhibitors, but it looked like they could have just taken the game there if they had just run it right into the middle of the base. They have the Baroned up minions. Crumb Inside Me is also not in Dragon form. Building that up using the burnout. They're going to get the first Nexus turret. Crumb Inside Me needs to do something. Ari Panda needs to help, and now Huni is
gonna end.
And they're gonna just kill Crumb Inside Me, and that's the game.
Yeah, honestly, just a very kind of back and forth game. It was kind of hard to tell who was on top for different portions of the game. However, I do think that Bingo Squad did have a fairly. They knew what their win condition was, and I feel like they played around it fairly well, despite the fact that there were some very good counter hits coming out from the side of GSM. But in the end, Bingo Squad takes it, and it was a long game, but good game.
So finally, with this loss, GSM are unequivocally knocked out of playoffs, joining Bingo Squad at 2 and 4 at the bottom of the standings. So we will be right back so that we can see how Resonant Nostalgia matches up against the Sensei Squad. This is basically for Resonant Nostalgia's final, their final ruling in whether they can. Oh wait, never mind. If they don't have head-to-head over Cosmic Flow, then this is their elimination match.
We'll just have to see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Goodbye. So this one is, in fact, Resonant Nostalgia's elimination game, because Resonant Nostalgia does not have the head-to-head over Cosmic Flow. Actually, Cosmic Flow has the head-to-head over both Crimson KC and Resonant Nostalgia, so if they win this, there's a second seed. Unless, well, let's see what happened last week with Crimson KC.
Well, while you do that, I will go ahead
They won.
and introduce our teams. On the blue side, we have Sensei Squad. We have Nick Lowell's on Kale in the top lane. We have Water Bear on Gragas in the jungle. We have Midnight Slushy on Nasus in the mid lane. And we have Boosted Asian and Mark Hames on Caitlyn and Yumi in the bot lane.
Meanwhile, on the red side, Resonant Nostalgia in their elimination match, Sid Voltor on Malphite top lane, autofill support on Echo in the jungle, Q-Kun playing Garen mid, and in the bot lane, Sphinx and the Thrillionaire on Ashe and Swain. Autofill support gonna get hit just a little bit.
Yeah, we do see, the Swain coming out. I think both the Swain and the Kale are kind of newer innovations that we've seen mostly popping up in the last couple weeks. Kale, of course, famously is one of the most contested picks right now at the Worlds Tournament. And then Swain is kind of more of a solo queue thing that's just popped up and has, been fairly effective.
Yeah, I mean, the Thrillionaire, he's using Mark Hames' Swain support against him.
But Mark Hames is like, okay, you want to try and use your claw to grab me? Well, I'll just make it so
claws.
you'll see these claws, rare, and then also makes it to where you literally just can't grab him because he goes untargetable.
Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we've got a second top lane.
We do have a second top lane in the mid lane. And, Garen, of course, is at a really strong point right now.
Yeah, even with those nerfs he got, he's still pretty strong. His passive is good. Passive is still good. It's actually better now early. And there we go. Mark Hames just zooms over to Boosted Asian.
Yeah. However, as we can see, those are some good, strong trades coming up from Q-Kun onto Midnight Slushy.
And that's
Now,
just early game Nasus right
That's
there.
true. Now, as we know, though, Nasus scales very, very well because the longer the game goes on, the more and more stacks he'll get.
Yeah, he scales better into the mid game than Q-Kun does, but by the end, when it gets to team fighting, he really does fail a little bit there, just because of how 1v1, how split push the champion style is. And oh, Midnight Slushy misses
Misses a Q.
Misses a Q. Feels bad, man.
Yeah. We will see, though, the fact that with just the way the kits are, Q-Kun most likely can just use the majority of this laning base to push Midnight Slushy under tower, which is going to make it a lot harder for him to actually get his stats.
And I do have to question the fleet footwork from Midnight Slushy. In a 1v1 melee matchup lane, generally you want to go for Grasp of the Undying just because it increases your max health. You're going to get a lot of grass prax off. Or go for the Conqueror.
You will most definitely heal more with Grasp of the Undying as opposed to... Oh, however, this is a gank coming out onto Nicholas, flashes into the parallel convergence, and as we can see, autofill support is just whacking him down as Sid Voltor gets the first blood on the Malphite.
So, Malphite first blood, and this is Ring on the Malphite, so I believe we are smelling a full AP Malphite.
If we're not, I don't want to be smelling whatever I'm smelling.
Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? See, it's the Rock.
I cannot smell anything. I'm very stuffed up. I have a cold.
Oh, I'm sorry. Get better then.
Thank you.
Have some NyQuil. Take a nap.
I wish, but I'm casting.
Oh, well, okay. After you're done here, have some NyQuil. Take a nap. I
But-
know you work late tonight.
Yeah. But no, I do want to point out this is an incredibly what they're doing, at least getting the gank onto Nick Moles, is very important in trying to keep Kale down. Kale not only who has a much safer kind of early to mid now with the changes to her kit to where she gets ranged at level 6.
Instead of
Thank
11.
you, Riot.
Thank you, Riot.
Means is a lot safer, but it also means her scaling is quite a bit safer. Does not scale quite as hard anymore. They did kind of reposition some of her power from being super late game. They took about 20% of her base attack speed and put it into that range instead,
Yep.
which is a significant attack speed nerf, about 20%. I think that's at full stacks. However, making it safer does just mean that her scaling is easier.
She's more reliable, and she's actually viable now. Oh, but Boosted Asian actually has to flash away from the Thrillionaire, who uses the Ignite. Mark Haynes also heals, and Nichols is,
That looks like a
AFK.
DC, I'm not gonna lie.
I would probably go with that's a DC.
Yeah, because that looked just kind of fake.
Sus.
And it's very unfortunate that that's now 2 kills onto the Kale. Sid Volter is, as we said, 2 kills up, but also 20 CS up. And Ash, however, is just gonna take down Boosted Asian.
Ash? Caitlyn? What you doing there?
And Mark Hames realizes, I can't jump to anyone.
I'm a cat.
Gets hit by the root and pulled back, and then the slows coming out from Sphinx just does so much work in these early fights.
And we've seen Sphinx just be a massive force for Resonant Nostalgia previously. He's kind of the reason that they are 3-2 now. They didn't have him at first, and they didn't look too hot while they didn't have him.
However, Water Bear is coming in, but as we say that, Sphinx is just kind of chunking him down.
Yeah.
Still, this has not had time to back and actually buy any items.
Yeah, I mean, when your team's 0-4 at 6 minutes, you got bigger problems on your mind than what jungle item you're buying first.
Yeah. Well, neither of them actually had. Both Water Bear and Sphinx, neither of them had chance to buy. And so, as Water Bear came in, wasn't able to get the kill on Thrillionaire, and likewise, Sphinx wasn't able to get the kill onto Water Bear either.
So now we do see Midnight Slushy picking up that Sheen. He is going to teleport back into lane with a Corrupting Potion, a little bit more heft under his belt, and he is going, hopefully, to have an easier laning phase here against Q-Kun. We saw him playing very respectfully because Q-Kun had the ultimate available. If you get low enough, he's just gonna bop you.
Yeah, that's true. And as we said, Midnight Slushy will scale very, very well, especially if it is in the side lane matchup. But still, we just have to look at how poorly this is going for Kale in the top lane. Does finally hit level 6, which means does have the ranged auto attack and the invulnerability.
The game just got a lot easier for Nick Lulz here. Even though he's down 2 kills to nothing, he should have a much easier time, especially since Sid Voltor is building that Rod of Ages first, so he's not going to have all of that upfront damage that you expect from AP Malphite after 6.
Now, this might be Rod of Ages. However, I think it's also worth considering that this might be Abyssal Max.
I don't want a tank Malphite.
Well, then we won't even consider it as a possibility.
There we go.
This is Rod
Thank
of
you,
Ages
Riley.
Malphite.
This has to be the Rod of Ages because... Is this Rod of Ages? It's gotta. Because I don't know what I'm gonna do if it isn't. Endgame. It's endgame.
Oh,
You need to brush up on your memes, sir.
sorry, I've been doing school. Either way,
Nerd.
we do see there is kind of a cooldown though. There was that little stretch of time where they were just getting kills on top lane and bottom lane. However, as Nick Lulz does start to scale up and get these levels, we can see is playing a lot safer. However, that is a root landing onto Boosted Asian. Oh, and a really good block coming out from Mark Hames right there.
Oh, the flash body block from Water Bear is going to get some damage on the Sphinx, but the Thrillionaire, he does have his ult ticking. He gets the pop off. They're gonna kill the cat, they're gonna kill the fat, and they're gonna kill the Kate.
Once again, they win all over the map. This is a, what was that, 4 kills in a very short stretch of time? And trading none back.
Exactly what you were saying about cooldowns. These kills, they came out fast, then you waited a bit, then they came right back out.
And I just have to give so much, like, honestly, I believe that Sensei Squad played that about as well as they could in the bot lane, with the exception of, unfortunately, I think Water Bear actually knocked the Thrillionaire away with the cast, instead of knocking him into the tower and into the rest of the team. So they weren't able to actually put any damage on him, and because he was being able to drain frags that entire time, did get quite a bit of life back. And so, unfortunately, they don't actually get any of those kills. And then, as it's a 2v3 in the bot lane, which they lose, it's a 2v1 in the top lane where they take down Nichols again, even through his ultimate. And this is just really not going well for anyone on the side of Sensei Squad.
The only person who's not currently panicking is Midnight Slushy.
Now, Midnight Slushy has been a massive presence on this team. However, is off of the Cassiopeia. So, won't have that kind of... Oh, however, does use the ultimate. And Mark Hames is here.
And this one more should do it. Can he plus 12? No, he cannot, but it's still a kill. Nichols gonna go down on the other side of the map, however, and this is an 0-4 Kale.
Yeah, and it looks like Boosted Asian is probably just gonna go down again.
Yep, one more auto attack from Sphinx, and you just see how much Resonant Nostalgia can punish when they committed 3 members to just get a kill and 2 plates. Meanwhile, now you've got Sid Voltor here. He has ultimate available.
Yeah, looking
But
like
he's not gonna need it.
he's not gonna use it. He's just gonna clear the wave and make sure that they don't lose that much farm and XP. However, meanwhile, Brillianaire and Sphinx do get another kill onto Boosted Asian and are just wailing at this tower.
4-0-2, 81 CS here at 11 minutes, and already has the Blade of the Ruined King building toward Berserker's Greaves. And
on the other side, you have Pickaxe and Quick Cloak.
Yep, it's just... Sphinx has such a better item curve for the early game than Boosted Asian, and getting this far ahead this early, now, okay, Mark Hame's not going to die, but does take a little bit of damage.
Not only that, I also think that Ashe has a little bit of a more linear kind of power curve throughout the game.
You never talk about Ashe's 3-item spike.
So, yeah. Ashe does not scale as hard as some other, for example, crit ADCs can. However, does still do a lot of damage at the end of the game, and also has a kind of fairly balanced power curve to that point. Caitlyn, on the other hand, however, let me hold that thought, as it looks like they are going to just kill them again.
There's not even anything to call there, but auto full support, he even gets the chrono break off. Oh, it's just going from bad to worse here for the Sensei Squad. They're 0-4 they're 0-6 in the bot lane, 0-4 in the top lane,
and 5,000 gold down at this point in the game. This is just looking very, very bad for the
make
Sensei
it
Squad.
6 as they get the first turret gold. They've got a Mountain Drake as well. CS leads in every lane.
This is just, as we said, not going well for the Sensei Squad. So at this point, though, we do have to consider. Is there a way for them to get... Oh, wow, there's the Ashe arrow coming out.
I think their win condition is Midnight Slushy, and, well, we're seeing how that's going.
Yeah, however, they do knock in Sid Voltor, who just ends up flashing away and does still have the Unstoppable Force. Probably could even look to turn it around. However, unfortunately, as we do see that he has picked up the Mark Hames, though.
Go! Get on!
Oh, just barely. The last second gets in there. However, we have Nichols coming around and ends up not chasing it. So Sid Voltor essentially 1v3s very successfully right there.
Second turret as well going down in favor of Resonant Nostalgia, pushes it to a 7,500 gold lead. And you have to question the Sensei Squad draft. They picked 3 losing lanes.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, Kale does generally, I think, fairly well into Malphite.
Yeah.
Should be able to do fairly well into Malphite, especially since you should be able to ultimate and just poke him out with the Qs. However, some very good support coming out from autofill support in the jungle made it so this was just a massively losing lane. And when I say that Kale does well into Malphite, I don't mean that Kale should smack the lane or even win the lane.
You just kind of go even.
Which is exactly what you want on a Kale.
Yeah, with Kale, that's what you want to do. But when your team consists of, yes, this Gragas is here to support a mediocre matchup for Kale. Oh, I suppose a good matchup for Kale, but a mediocre matchup for any top lane player. A losing scaling lane in the mid lane and a losing scaling lane in the bot lane.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do about that? Just die.
Exactly.
You die. You get, 12 kills to 1.
It's an incredibly difficult lane to play. It's an incredibly difficult game to play. But so as we are thinking, what could Sensei Squad even potentially look to do to come back and win this game?
Well, they need Resonant Nostalgia to screw up.
They need Resident Nostalgia to screw up, and they need to stall as much as they can until they can at least look to potentially even try and get some items.
Resonant Nostalgia has to allow Sensei Squad to stall. They need to get Caitlyn to that 3-item spot, and Midnight Slushy needs to be able to farm side lanes and side lanes and side waves.
However, they are using the Rift Herald, and it looks like they are just going to push down the top lane and get maybe 2 turrets as they are continually to head.
This game is entirely in Resonant Nostalgia's hands right now, and, they got some Odell Beckham Jr. hands. They're not going to drop this. Oh, Water Bear takes some damage. The ultimate comes out, and Enchanted Crystal Arrow is not going to find anyone, but the Herald gets half health off of the turret here.
So they do get the second charge as well. Generally, you think it's a good Rift Herald if you can get 2 charges off of it. It's ideal if you can get maybe 2 towers or even more, but I would say at least a good use of the Rift Herald is that right there. However, it looks like they might be going on to Midnight Slushy, who just comes out of his ultimate and goes immediately down to all of the damage.
And Water Bear is dead too. He goes in to maybe try and support, but that's just not a good call. You've got all 5 members of Resonant Nostalgia here, and what is an underfarmed, underfed Gragas going to do, honestly?
And at this point, they can just push into the base. However, the Thrillionaire does go down, getting a little bit antsy maybe.
Yeah, gets a little bit greedy, but I really don't think that Sensei Squad can continue pushing this. They don't have anyone to support. The Midnight Slushy is finally teleporting in, but he doesn't have ultimate, and they have a lot of damage.
And not only that, just they can't really chase the fact that Volley at this point in the game is sitting at probably about a 3 or 4 second cooldown.
Yeah.
Maybe a tiny bit longer, but not much.
A
It just means
ridiculous
that,
amount of damage and kiting.
and then also the way that Volley works, it gives you one of the aspects of Ash's passive is that if you get a crit on Ash, instead of doing additional damage, it has an increased slow. And Volley always acts as though it crits the champions and gives the increased slow. So that means that they were probably, which I think varies between a 40 to 60% slow, or a 30 to 50% slow, depending on the point in the game. And so this means that Ash was slowing all of the people behind her just with the volley, and so it was kind of a wasted TP because there was no way they were ever going to be able to catch up and actually take that fight.
Yeah, and now Resonant Nostalgia pushing this 9k gold lead. There is none of that stagnation in gold that we saw in either of our previous games. They're just pushing harder, and they're going to be able to do this. They're doing this cleanly, except for the one mistake that Brillianaire made trying to kill Boosted Asian under turret, and the one gank that they got onto Q-Kun. Aside from that, there's been no signs of life from Sensei Squad.
I don't even really think that it was a mistake coming out from Q-Kun where he died there. I think
it was just
a good
gank, yeah.
Coming out from...
Oh, the ultimate comes off on a Midnight Slushy. Sphinx is going to get a lot of damage there. Water Bear going to get the bump. Body bump. They cannot. Barely. They do get the kill, but they lose another in return. Nick Lowell's going to go very low as well. That's not going to do... Oh, he's just gonna die now. Brillianaire gets the pop off. He's rooted. Sid Voltor does not die. He flashes away. Now autofill support jumping in. Boosted Asian gonna take a lot of damage. He's gonna go down. Autofill support has the ultimate. Gonna use it. He's gonna drop the turret aggro. Mark Hames lives, but he loses all of his teammates.
I wish I could say something better than what was Kale thinking right there. Obviously, they potentially...
No, that's pretty accurate, yeah.
They could have potentially maybe even disengaged, reset, and taken a different fight around that turret, but instead Kale just walks through their entire team, and as soon as the ultimate wears off, just dies to the Garen damage.
There has to be a sense of desperation coming from Sensei Squad right now. No, their playoff spot is not by any means,
In
not secure.
danger?
Yeah, it's not in danger. Even if they lose this, they're 5-1, which is an uncontested first place. So they might be taking this a little bit easier, might be having one of those fun games. They're playing Nasus mid, but at the same time,
It's the execution.
It's not even that they're just kind of taking it easy. It's that they're not playing like Sensei Squad.
Yeah. I mean, if you just look right there, Boosted Asian alone in the bot lane, walking into a completely dark jungle.
Yeah.
When they know that they have just insane amounts of damage, and not only damage, just pick. Look at the pick opportunities that are on the side of Resident Nostalgia with the Swain grab, Ash,
Echo, Malphite.
Malphite,
That is
exactly.
4 of the 5 champions.
And then you say, you know, we don't include Garen in that list, but with the changes that Garen's had recently, he can, he can kind of blow up a squishy AD carry like Caitlyn.
Yeah, it's not so much classic pick, but it is run you down and smack your face until you die.
It's spin to win, baby. It is spin to win.
We're playing some roulette here with this God King Garen, boys.
Yeah. However, you know, you really want to say, what can Sensei Squad do? And they really, as we were talking about, they can't do anything. And Resident Nostalgia, this is the important part. Resident Nostalgia is giving them nothing.
Yeah, it's not so much what can Sensei Squad do, so much as what can Resident Nostalgia, win.
How can they screw up?
Yeah.
And they're just 21 minutes in the game. They are TPing onto this Baron.
The question is, what can Sensei Squad do? And the answer is perish.
Yeah.
They can perish.
I mean, even if Water Bear wanted to try and take a steal, which he's not even on the right side of the map.
He's taking the Scuttle Crab in the bottom.
He is 2 levels down. His smite is going to do so much less damage.
And not to mention, it's a 12,000 gold lead. With the Baron buff, they're finally resetting. You get a 10-stack Mage Eyes on autofill support, 2 full items coming out from Sphinx. You got the Black Cleaver and the Phantom Dancer on the side of Q-Kun.
And who's going to kill Sid Volter?
Yep. Oh, he bought the bad item.
He bought probably the smart item.
He bought the smart item, but it's not the fun item.
And however, he does have Frozen Gauntlet or Frozen Glacial Gauntlet.
Iceborne Gauntlet.
Iceborne Gauntlet.
Christ.
I buy that item in half my games and I don't know what it's called. I always just call it the Pointy Fist.
The Fist of Fury.
That's
a Cloud Drake going over. Water Bear doesn't know, or doesn't think he can steal.
Yeah. As we were talking about, this is just a massive gold lead, and honestly, I don't. Who could kill the Thrillionaire in a 1v1?
No, he's got a Rod of Ages, he's got Merc Treads. The only thing he doesn't have is actual armor, but it's not like Boosted Asian does anything right now.
Yeah.
He just finished a Zeal for his first crit item. So
And
he doesn't have auto attack speed.
And has an additional crit rate.
Thrillionaire does do a lot of damage with his what do you call them, headshots, but still, he almost lost his life for that. Now Sid Voltor using the ultimate to get away. Autofill support going to get hit by the ace in the hole, but now Sphinx chasing down. It's just, they don't have the damage to finish anything.
They've also
close.
already used almost all of their major abilities. There is no Kill ult, there is no Yumi ult, there is no,
Heal, Cleanse, Flash for
Exactly.
Midnight Slushy.
all of those major cooldowns are down, so if they wanted to keep pushing, they probably could have. However, they decided to take the, somewhat say, feels bad. Autofill support stole the red buff with the pullback from his Q. Oh,
Autofill support might go down. Water Bear gonna get some damage off. That's going to be the shutdown from Boosted Asian.
yeah, okay. So
Oh, the flash in! He's gonna jump down. That's gonna be the ultimate Q-Kun on a killing spree. Boosted Asian whiffs the flash. Midnight Slushy goes down as well. Water Bear running. Mark Hames, the cat, follows. Sid Voltor does not have unstoppable force.
However, this is a 4v3 as they look to push in with the Baron onto the bot lane and potentially break another lane.
And that is a 4v3 that takes down that inhib turret. Gonna take down the inhib shortly as well.
And they could even look to try and rotate up and take the mid lane inhibitor as well.
Sid Voltor.
sad day.
Just no one saw that one. We'll let you have that.
However, Sphinx just raining in those auto attacks, and they take 2 inhibitors at 24 minutes into this game.
Yeah, it's about 20 seconds until the Baron buff goes down, and they have built their gold lead another 2,000. That is going to be a Baron power play of approximately 3,500 gold.
However, they did get a trade kill in the last fight. Some much needed gold going onto the side of Sensei Squad. Caitlyn has hit 2 items. Kale is at 1.5, almost 2 items. As we saw, the Yuumi was doing a lot of healing and was able to kind of stop some of the initial engages coming out from Resident Nostalgia. They do potentially have the tools and the skill, if they get their heads out of their booties, to turn this game around. However, it will have to be off of another, as we talked about, massive mistake coming out from Resident Nostalgia, like we saw when autofill support just kind of walked in and died to the
Yeah,
entire
just
team.
jumped onto a trap and died. But even then, that was just one pick, and they couldn't even fight. They couldn't. I mean,
And they
couldn't
still
fight
lost
4v5.
2
Yeah,
inhibitors.
they couldn't fight 4v5.
Yeah.
We saw what happened. They get picked. Even if Sensei Squad plays this perfectly, I think at this point, Resident Nostalgia is not making enough mistakes to actually reasonably punish. Like, yes, you can punish and get a kill, but it's not about surviving the next minute, it's about winning the game.
We should, however, that
There you
is
go. Wait, oh, he actually might have overextended. Sid Volter going to go down to half health. He is trying to get some damage on the boosted Asia. Boosted Asia goes down. That's going to be autofill support taking the kill there.
And Sid
They
Volter's
did
still alive.
Kill the Malphite. And that is Malphite getting away. Autofill support just walking right up in their faces. As the third inhib goes down, Thrillionaire is in his ultimate. He's going to pop that, and now a Baron comes up in 55 seconds.
And as we look at that, Sid Volter, I think, may be playing that as though he were AP Malphite. Going in, trying to just...
He probably could have killed 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, trying to just pop boosted Asian specifically doesn't end up actually getting the kill, but also doesn't die because of how many defensive stats he has.
Yeah, and then autofill support coming in and killing that one source of damage that they had in that fight. So he lived 2 because he had the chrono break, and now they're just resetting for Baron, which comes up in 20 seconds, Mountain in another 20.
And this is double super minions coming down every lane.
Yep.
Which just means they
Bad
can't
news
even
bears.
look to go
Yeah.
and contest, because if they do, their base is just going to die based on the pure amount of pressure that's going to be coming out from these super minions.
Yeah, Water Bear is actually trying to get this Mountain Drake, but I'm not sure how wise that is. I don't know if he can solo it in a reasonable amount of time, because look at the kill, look at the damage coming out on the Baron with that Mountain Drake, with that Fed Ash. I think they're going to be able to just run it down.
Not only that, but what good is a Mountain Drake going to do for you when you're not even getting close to objectives?
Yeah, they have 0 turrets, and I think combined, they've got about 2,500 damage on turrets
well,
in
that's-
total in this game.
Water Bear's just like, nobody's at the base. They've got 5, they're just charging into the base.
And I think this is it, because they've got multiple super minions. They're going to take down the 2 Nexus turrets pretty easily. That's okay. Midnight Slushy flashes in. That's going to be the ultimate Sid Volter. He's going to just kill 2 members. And now Midnight Slushy, he's not going to get it. Sphinx is alive. Autofill support is also alive, and the Nexus goes down.
That's just the game. Just
Resident
a clean
Nostalgia locks themselves into playoffs.
Clean game coming out from Resident Nostalgia.
And Sensei Squad takes a dive in this fight. They're still first place, but Cosmic Flow's playoff dreams are crushed by proxy.
And you know, those are just, look at those score lines. 0, 6, and 0 on the Kale. 3 and 8, 1 and 5.
It's not good. So we're going to be right back with the Winter's Claw Conference as we check out the 2 games that will determine the playoff standings for next week. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Tell me, where do I go? Tell me, where do I take us? Your heart is starting to slow. May the water be safe.
let's just get into this because at some point I do want to go home. I want food. So,
On the left side, which is the blue side, we have OGR, which is
Oklahoma
Oklahoma
Platinum Rush.
Platinum Rush. I knew that.
And on the red side, we have the one and only return of the Middle Sticks.
So, as we get into the game on the side of Oklahoma Platinum Rush, we have Topples on Jarvan 4 in the top lane. We have Sir Dustball on Hecarim in the jungle. We have a Dramtor on Orianna in the mid lane, and then Peanut and Aspin on Kaisa, or Zaya, and Blitzcrank.
Wow, you
in
managed
the
to
bot
screw
lane.
that one up. Meanwhile, on the red side, return of the Middle Sticks, our other undefeated Platinum team. We have got Sipo in the top lane on Garen, Dr. Wildy on the jungle on Trundle, Wing Nation playing Vel'Koz in the mid lane, and oh, we have an engage early. That's going to be jump in from Hulk. Hulk has to flash out. Now Sipo charging through the middle of the team. He does not go down, but he gets a lot of damage. That was Hulk's Ignite and Aspin and a Dramtor and Topples. That's 2 summoner spells for 3.
Yeah, you know, you have to question the wisdom of kind of walking blind into a bush when you know you're playing against the Blitzcrank. Ooh, that, however, is a very important
Yeah,
back
that
that
is
they
a
stopped.
huge important thing, that because now Topples has to go back and then walk to lane from base. Sipo, on the other hand, can run up there on his own. He's got the Garen passive ticking. Oh,
He
and
could look to TP to the top lane. However, if he does that, he would lose so much pressure just generally, and he is opting to walk. Seppo, however, did not need to back as much because Garen's passive means that he gets increased health regeneration outside of combat. Oh, he does end up actually TPing.
yeah, so
And so we just see, though, that at this point, Topples does have the health advantage in the top lane, but Sipo is going to have the pressure advantage because he does have the teleport still.
has the teleport. If he manages to push Topples out of lane, ooh, that's a lot of damage on the Aspin. Oh,
It's
I didn't even introduce a bot lane. Otso and Hulk, the Goon Squad on Jinx and Blitzbrom. Frank and Sir Dustball gets executed because he solo started Raptors because his bot lane was going back, and it goes from bad to worse.
That is
Not good.
disappointing. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Sir Dustball, you are a knight. I would expect you to have more decorum than to executing to Krugs.
Yes. Although, to be fair, Krugs they'll get ya. They'll get ya.
Oh, so Wildy did actually have to start. He had to go.
Oh, that
back.
hit!
Ooh.
That's a fantastic hook coming out. And Otso, however, does put his own chompers down, and so does not actually end up dying, but does have to flow both of his summoner spells to escape.
Yeah, and that is the buff Blitzcrank hook range, and now Dr. Wildy is here for Topples. Topples does not have flash. He's gonna not quite get the flag and drag onto Sipo. He is going to finally go down. Wildy with the first blood.
Really good there coming out from Dr. Wildy. Just a good gank to make sure that Topples just gets put even farther behind, because as we already talked about, he's going to have to walk back to lane.
Yeah, he has to walk back to lane. Now Sipo is alive. He's going to get a CS lead. He might even be able to crash these minions into the top. And Otso's not having a good time trying to CS here under turret. He hasn't gotten it. This is the first minion he's got.
Another fantastic hook coming out from Aspin 3.
And Hulk gets ignited by Aspin 3. Aspin's passive pops, but Hulk is going to have to go back.
Yeah, we've just been some really good hooks coming out from Aspin 3. Some of them have looked a little bit, wonky, but I think that's just the increased range.
No
on
one
the hook.
expects the new Blitzcrank range, and we actually see.
Another
oh!
hook!
That's gonna be Otso going down for certain. Peanut takes the kill, and just so much pressure.
However,
Peanut,
Bard
oh.
just goes on to Peanut
I have
and
to
kills
go.
him. However, Peanut does still have the teleport, so he can teleport back to lane, won't really lose anything. Potentially, he was playing as though he was like, oh, I have heal, it'll be fine, and then realized,
Wait, that's teleport.
I don't
that's
have heal.
teleport. So now Wing Nation, he is on this Vel'Koz, something that he's very familiar with. So hopefully, return of the Middle Sticks. They have leads. They have leads in their top and mid side, or at least top and You expect one from mid because it's Wing Nation. The bot lane not doing so hot right now.
Yeah. However, you know, I think a lot of people just kind of forget how much damage Bard does, especially with the electric cube. Bard sometimes can solo carry lanes, like 2v1. Like Bard is,
yeah.
especially if you get like a really good stun and then the healing and the speed up as well coming out from the shrines. Bard can do a lot of work. It just is, it very much depends on how much support or how much experience does the support have on this champion. And Hulk is making it seem as though he really knows what he's doing on this champion.
Crazy part is Hulk was a jungler last split.
And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of thinking, oh no, Hulk, why did you go onto the, you know, much higher health Xayah? If you had gone on the Blitzcrank, maybe you would have been able to kill him. And then, you know,
And
it just,
then you
I
said,
was
"Sit
not
down, son," yeah.
expecting that much damage to come out from the Bard.
Bard does a surprising amount of damage. And, well, now he's got his Frostfang, whereas Ace Ben 3 only still has his Relic Shield, because he got that extra 300, or got the extra gold for the 300 gold kill.
Not only that, though, I do want to point out, despite the fact that Hulk is doing really well, Ace Ben has been just so effective on this Blitzcrank, and because of that, they're almost 30 CS
Oh!
up.
The flash around the Blitzcrank hook to hit Peanut. He both avoids the... Oh, Dr. Royalty is in trouble. He flashes away, but that last auto attack is going to get him a Dramtor with the kill. And now the dragon goes over to Sir Dustball.
Yeah, with the clockwork wind-up coming out from a Dramtor, those auto attacks are just doing a lot more damage than sometimes you would expect from a mid laner. However, we do see a kind of fancy play coming out from Hulk to the bot lane, like we said, flashing around the hook. Oh, however, that
And
is the
a
ultimate
Dramtor's
coming
dead.
out, and a Dramtor just goes down.
A
With
Dramtor. Yeah,
Both
just
summoner spells.
both summoner spells, but yeah, he was knocked up, he was slowed, and then Wing Nation did just have the Death Laser. The Death Star came out and then just whomp.
Yeah, really
So-
good job just right there.
And
you
there
know,
we go. There's that lead in the mid lane that I was expecting.
Yeah. So, overall, we see that this game is kind of split halfway.
Yeah.
Where we see that Peanut and Ace Ben are having a lot of pressure and a lot of success in the bot lane. However, Seppo and Wing Nation are having more success on the top lane, building their own CS leads and getting their own solo kills as well, as it looks like Seppo is going deep. Actually, probably could have maybe gone for the kill,
One
however,
more
decides to
auto-attack.
be safe and not go for it. Doesn't want to use the flash to go for that, and instead is just going to force Topple to back off. However, does have the teleport, and so will be able to get back and potentially save some more of these plays if he wants to, and yes, does decide to teleport.
But I do think one more auto attack from Seppo would have done it, but now he's going to be engaged on by Sir Dustball. He does not have anything. He's just going to die.
Yeah, really unfortunate there. You know, Seppo feels so bad because he was so close to, you know, getting the solo kill and then actually just ends up dying himself.
Yeah, Dr. Wildy, he was behind at first, but then Sir Dustball executed to Krugs, but then the next one was Sir Dustball got the dragon, Wildy died to the Dramtor, so now he is actually behind again. See the CS difference, 12 CS difference, and they're even on kills, so it is going to be a little bit harder for this Trundle to get back into the game, considering he has a little bit harder of it's a harder gank path. Of course, he has the pillar, but
Yeah.
Onslaught of Shadows is just a really good gank tool.
Yeah, but you know, we were also talking about how they were kind of splitting this map.
And
but,
the Death Blazer comes out again. A Dramthor does not quite get that last hit of the disintegration.
Yeah, not quite enough damage right there.
One more would have gotten the passive off, probably would have killed him.
Yeah. But you know, as we were talking about, that just shows like the top side of the map. As we were talking about having that pressure, Wing Nation doing really well into a Dramtor. But we also talked about how that was paired with the fact that the weaker side of the map for Return of the Middle Sticks was Otso and Hulk. But they've actually managed to come back. That's no longer a 20-30 CS deficit. That's only about a 10 CS deficit.
Yeah.
And they are really has picked up the coal. So those CS differences aren't going to be... Now, both of them do have coal, which means that both of them will be able to get that additional gold and go into that even further scaling. However,
Oh.
there is another gank coming out from Sir Dustball.
Dustball here again. Sipo is going to get feared, killed. Oh, he flashes, but I don't think
Does
it's
he
gonna
have
do
to
it.
speed? Oh no, he does end up going down. However, a massive Bard ultimate.
Bard ult comes out. Ace Ben goes down. Bard is going to go low. Hulk does not quite die. He is gonna live.
Jinx does have the ultimate, so if they get a tiny bit more poke down onto Peanut, they can potentially look to get that execute.
But watch his Ramtor. He's coming in. He's ghosting. Wildy's here. Wildy's taking some damage. But the passive is helping him. Otso flashes!
Good flash, good flash.
Flashes the shockwave. Keeps himself alive.
Yeah, really good. Had to flash right there because if he got hit by the shockwave, that probably would have been paired into the dissonance, and it also would have been paired into the roots coming out from Peanut, and that most likely would have been a kill. So the fact that Otso does not go down means that this lane does continue to stabilize, as we saw, as they even got the kill onto Ace Ben and lost no one.
Yep, Wildy picking up the kill there.
However, Hulk going for a roam onto the mid lane. Oh, almost. Just goes down.
Best support platinum, best support platinum, best support platinum.
Hulk.
That's what you
just-
get for spamming, boy.
That's interesting play right there.
Interesting, certainly.
And not only that, that just means a lot of the work that Wing Nation had put in to keep this Orianna down just goes out the window.
Denied. Yep, it's just, oh boy.
That's unlucky, I think is what you could say.
Is that unlucky?
Interesting.
Unintelligent? I don't know.
Either way, you know, moving on. Obviously, they see Ace Ben there, and he's just like, if I don't move, they can't
They
see
are
me.
dinosaurs. Ace Ben is going to pull in and get Otso knocked up, but it's not going to do anything. He is going to give that kill over to the Jinx. Good thing to start that scaling.
Another really good just play to make sure onto Ace Ben getting kills. I believe that is the first kill going actually over to Jinx.
Yep.
So really good, meaning that this Jinx is going to start getting more gold and will be able to scale.
They need to finish the dragon.
Oh, it's stolen! And he uses Onslaught of Shadows to get out! That's just a free Infernal Dragon going over to the side of OGR!
Return of the Middlesticks, what was that? The entire team just gave up on doing the dragon except for Wildy, and they didn't burn it. They didn't burn it. They didn't stall it. They didn't pull it out. They managed to make 0 decisions. They deserved that to be stolen.
Yeah, that was really unlucky, and not only that, that is the second Infernal Drake going over to the side of OGR, and as we were talking about, ooh, really good knockup there. Doesn't get the
And-
passive.
Ooh, but the Shockwave is going to keep a Dramtor alive.
Does get the second proc of the passive, though, going off onto a Dramtor. So overall, does still win the trade.
Ult for ult, yeah.
Ult for ult does still win the trade, and he's forced out of lane right now. However, I do want to look at the scaling of these teams, because when we're looking at Double Infernal, you have to see how is this going to affect the champion. Topless is looking like he's probably going to build Black Cleaver. You do that on most, or top ults, you do build that on a lot of Jarvans. However, Grasp is dying, most likely just looking to build tank. Oh, however, that is a good route onto Sir Dustball. Gets knocked up, hasn't not quite procced, however, will most likely just be run down and smited for the kill by Dr. Wildy.
I don't think that was a smite. I thought that was just a sub. Oh no, he did. It was a smite. He didn't even use subjugate.
Oh, however, Otso is in a very bad situation. Will he be able to outplay this? And the Bard ultimate does not actually save Otso. Instead, it just resets the turret aggro and most likely saves Ace Ben's life in the long run.
Oh boy. Yeah.
That's sad. However, Wing Nation has roamed down here. Bard does miss his Q. However, I think there's a lot of damage coming out from Winged Nation.
The life form disintegration ray is back available, but they are not going to continue to pursue. The gold's even.
Yeah. But as we were talking about, looking at the scaling with these with these Infernal Dragons, most of the champions, the jungler, the mid laner, the AD, and even to kind of an extent Blitzcrank, because he can do a fair amount of damage, will very much enjoy this increased AD and AP.
Now the Rift Herald is going to get the charge off, take that first turret of the game, and brings Return of the Middlesticks to a little 500 gold lead. It's a little bit of something for them.
Yeah.
Now Wing Nation is actually getting a lot of pressure on this turret, and Otso does not get stunned.
Yeah, Ace-Bin has been so good.
Oh,
however,
onslaught
a
of
massive
shadows!
onslaught of shadows comes
Wing
in.
Nation low, he uses the barrier, flashes away, and that is a good trade there, but oh, Ace-Ben goes down to Otso. Otso is excited.
That was kind of sneaky. Dr. Wildey used the pillar to push Ace-Bin onto the chompers coming out from the flame chompers coming out from Otso right there.
Yeah, meanwhile, in the top lane, Topples managed to get a wave pushing that ended up taking down that outer turret, and now Sipo is up there, but I don't think he's really doing that much. Dr. Wildey is not going to continue.
Yeah, looks like it might kind of just simmer down after getting that kill. It kind of seems like a lot of these kills really have just been that, getting kills, sometimes followed up by objectives, but it's mostly just been focused on these little kills. However, we do see Peanut has completed his first item, whereas Otso is still just sitting on pieces and boots.
Yeah, and that is the 30 CS lead coming out.
Exactly.
Even though Otso does have 2 assists, that's not going to outpace 30 CS.
No, I believe it's about 30 CS is consistent to about a kill. If I'm
No, that's
Is it
completely
not?
wrong.
Is
It's
it
like
20
It's
CS?
like 15 CS.
Oh, well. I'm wrong. 12 CS. Thank you, Dr. Wildey.
Yeah, it's like depending on the stage of the game because the gold scaling.
Yeah.
It's like between 12 and 18 CS. At level 1, I think it's 18.
Where
But-
did I get my number from?
It used to be like 20, maybe 25 CS to a kill before they changed minion gold. Like
That's
before
tough.
minion gold even scaled. It
Yeah.
was like 25 CS.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I don't know. I'm not very smart. Either way, we do see that this is 500 gold lead to the side of Return of the Middlesticks. However, the fact that you have 2 Infernal Drakes is going to scale a lot harder than 500 gold will.
Yep, and Return of the Middlesticks really needs this mountain. If they give it up, it's going to be so hard to even contest objectives, because just with all of the extra AD and AP that OGR would get on top of the extra damage to all of the objectives.
Just think of how quickly they could rush down
Yeah,
the Baron.
how quickly with the passive auto attack damage from Orianna's passive with Peanut. I mean, give it to Jinx instead. Jinx has Jinx has a lot of potential to just machine gun her way through.
However, in trying to set up around this dragon, they do lose priority onto the mid lane, and as such, Return of the Middlesticks are able to take that. However, Ace-Bin has gone in. Does look like there might collapse onto
Sipo.
Sipo.
Could be in trouble here. He has to flash away. That's going to be the pull. Otso goes in. Ace-Ben is pulled in. That's going to be Peanut taking the kill on Otso. They lose Sir Dustball, but now the Life Form Disintegration Ray is not going to do enough damage. They just managed to split themselves enough that he cannot find a kill onto anyone. They lose 2 for 1.
Yeah, Ace-Bin hooked the priority member right there.
Ooh.
However, in the re-engage, it looks like the Peanut is in such a bad
Oh!
spot, and Wing Nation is popping off, killing so many people with so many visibilities.
This man certainly passed geometry. Wing Nation with a triple kill, and they ace Oklahoma good platinum rush.
When you kill 2 people with one of those splitty offy thingies with the Vel'Koz, I'm not
Plasma fission. It's called plasma fission.
that ability. That was just such a good fight coming out from Wing Nation, and it looks like actually it was the side of OTR that wanted to re-engage that, and Wing Nation was just like, no.
No. Sit down, son.
And then not only that, they get the Mountain Dragon as well, which, as we talked about, is so good for them in the state of the game in terms of just denying it from Oklahoma Platinum Rush.
Yeah, now Otso actually has his Infinity Edge finished. He's got his Cull 21 CS left. He's ticking that down in this mid lane right here, and as soon as he manages to actually get some CS under his belt, because it's 19 minutes 40 seconds and he has 102 CS.
And he is 50 CS down from his lane opponent on Peanut. Peanut is just so much stronger right now than Otso is, so we do just need... What we need to see from the side of Return of the Middlesticks is they can win these fights with Wing Nation. which means they need to make sure anytime they take a fight, Wing Nation is there. And if Wing Nation is not available, they need to stall. Because they cannot fight if it's just Jinx and not Wing Nation.
And they're not very good at stalling, so what they need to do is not be in that position. They need to make sure that they have ward coverage in these jungles so that Sir Dustball can't come over walls with that onslaught of shadows, that Ace Ben 3 can't run in and pull in Otso like he did in the last fight. You know, just like this.
They also, however, need to make sure Wing Nation is not there if they go for this fight.
Yeah, Sipo isn't either. He has the teleport, but they would just be taking a 5v3 until Sipo got in.
However, if they do decide that they are going to look for these 5v5 fights, it is crucial that Wing Nation and Otso do not stand on top of each other or even close to each other. Oh! And Tyson.
What the hell, Riley? Bardalt goes sideways, Sir Dustball uses the ghost, and we get the teleport out from Sipo.
Fixed it. I had knocked the headphones out.
I'm gonna have to put you in timeout or something.
But as I was saying, we do need to make sure that Otso and Wing Nation do not stand on top of each other because of the fact that if Sir Dustball gets ult, oh!
Yeah, you just delay it by a second. So now,
However, he's in the middle of their entire team.
Yeah, but so is Wing Nation. He gets the Life Form Disintegration Ray off Topples. He's going to go down to Otso. Otso gets the kill onto that one. Ace Ben 3, he's going to take it. One more auto attack is going to do it. Maybe. Okay, Dr. Wildey on a rampage. It is a 4-4-0.
Sipo just didn't die.
Sipo just walked in there and
He's
he
in
was
the
like,
middle of their entire team.
hey, Peanut, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
What's a girl like you doing in a place like this? And she's like, I don't know, dying, I guess.
And then he just,
Then he just kind of walked away.
Yeah, and now it looks like, wait, they're turning onto the Baron. They have the Mountain Dragon. They can definitely look to do this.
Yeah, Otso has some attack speed, and I'm sure he's got level 5 Q, but you gotta... People have to position around those a little better. So many people.
Yeah.
But Sir Dustball has the potential to steal. He has the Onslaught of Shadows.
And Smite.
And Smite. It's 2,000 health, but he's gonna get pushed away. That's a Baron for Return of the Middle Sticks. They just hit 8,000 gold ahead.
Yeah, that's a really good zoning coming out from Bard right there. And it was kind of funny, as we saw in the bot lane, Peanut was like auto-attacking Sipo as he was losing like 2 HP from each one. And honestly, probably acting a little bit braver than she should in that situation because we just saw what happened when Garen went up to Xayah earlier.
Yeah. You know, the thing is, Sipo doesn't even have a defensive item. He's got Ninja Tabis. It's not like this is, you know, Thornmail Garen where it's like, oh yeah, I should just probably run away from him because he's just gonna do a billion damage to me while I can't kill him.
Yeah.
It's just like, Peanut was like, yeah, I can do this. This is a damage Garen.
But
And then
he's just
damage
so
Garen
passively
out.
tanky.
Yeah. Damage Garen just out damaged while not taking damage. And
then
well, we saw how that worked out.
Yeah, not great. You know, and the fact that he does have the inbuilt tenacity just means even if Peanut does get the root, it's not going to be able to keep Sipo off of him for very long.
Yep. And I mean, he never got the root. Oh, but Hulk is dead.
Can he portal out of the Cataclysm?
Yeah, you can portal through the Cataclysm wall. So,
He died too quick for us to see it, but it could have happened.
Ocean Drake coming up in just a couple seconds here, and it looks like Dr. Wildey and Otso are positioning around it. Sipo, meanwhile, split pushing bot lane and forcing Peanut under his turret there.
Yeah. Definitely, as we do see this Ocean Dragon Hatches respond, we see, oh, Sipo is on the run though. He is, look, oh my gosh!
Holy
that was
crap! Well,
yeah.
okay.
That just happens. That was half health from, I think, the Q coming out from Garen. Just so much damage. And then the ultimate just...
Oh, but that's a good shockwave. Now the Onslaught of Shadows is not going to find anyone. Sir Dustball is going to go into the middle of it, but Otso already has a kill. Sir Dustball, one more auto attack from Otso should do it, but the Raptor is going to get the kill first. Now, the Life Form Disintegration Way is not going to hit anyone. Now he has the potential to dive under this turret. Raptor is alone. Hulk flashes forward, doesn't find it. That's the knockup. That's the kill. Wing Nation takes another. It's a 3-for-1.
Yeah, Hulk might have missed the Q, but it doesn't matter. The slow was enough to make sure that Wing Nation could get the knockup, and they just managed to take down a Raptor. And it looks like they might even be able to take this inhibitor.
Meanwhile, Sipo doing the same thing on the bot side on his own against Peanut. He doesn't have the Demacian Justice available yet, but he
I
can
don't think it
still
matters.
force. Yeah, he can still force away Peanut just by pressure of being Garen.
Yeah, incredibly strong. He is at 2 items. And you know, with the changes to the spin coming out from Darren, this Phantom Dancer is going to be incredibly useful. However, Sipo might be in a little bit...
Nope,
Nope.
nope, he's fine.
Nope. Tried to predict either the flash or the dodge, and does neither.
And now that Ocean Drake looks like it is going to go over to Return of the Middle Sticks, evens it up 2-2. And another Mountain Drake coming up in 5 minutes here. Dr. Wild, he gets engaged on slightly by Topples, but he doesn't get knocked up.
Now, we do see, even though they do match up the dragons, you would still rather have 2 Infernals as opposed to Ocean. However, the fact is, even with those 2 Infernals, a
Feels
Dramtor
bad.
steals the big chicken.
Oh, and
it looks
Sipo
like they
needs to
might
run.
be going to Sipo.
But I don't think, yeah, they don't have the CC to get him.
Nor do they have the speed. They can't catch up to him. Sipo just incredibly fast, and then on top of that, even if they got onto him, you know, he'd probably taking at least 1 or 2 with him.
You know, I think I would rather have an Ocean and a Mountain than 2 Infernals.
Really.
Yeah. So since they changed the way that they scale, since now it's all front-loaded into the first dragon,
True, you do
You do-
have
yeah.
the boosted-
technically
yeah.
it's more bang for your buck if you value all dragons the same. But, you know, Ocean generally isn't considered as good as Infernal.
At least not-
only Mountain can stand up to Infernal, really.
And even Mountain is situational.
Yeah, Mountain's situational, but I think in this situation it is pretty good. But the one thing is, I think the Ocean is going to make Wing Nation Otso even scarier in these sieges.
Yeah.
So that would be my reasoning.
I think.
But
however, that is
Snipe from Ace Ben, but he's dead.
yeah. Unfortunately, Ace Ben once again caught out 0, 6, and 5 on the Blitzcrank. Was hitting some very good hooks in
Yeah.
the early game, and oh,
That's what the Ocean Drake's for.
Yeah.
When that happens, and now Sipo can do basically, you know,
yeah,
can use it to
Topples
his
isn't going to be able
advantage
to do anything here. He might actually just go down. Topples is locked in his own ultimate.
He could have dropped
Why
it,
didn't he
but
just
I guess
drop it?
I guess there was no reason to. Sipo could just run him down.
Yeah, I
But-
mean yeah.
Yeah, now after getting that
Ah, the
inhibitor-
silence. He couldn't drop it because of the silence.
you can't reactivate. Oh wow, that seems a little bit. It makes sense, but it
Yeah.
seems a little bit counterintuitive. But now the siege continues. A Dramtor's damage is not going to be enough to get through this Ocean Drake, especially when Otso can just kind of throw damage, throw these pot shot zaps out.
Yeah, and Zap at this point in the game is actually going to be doing a fair amount of damage, and it's a very low cooldown. Actually, at max ranks, it's probably about a 4-something second cooldown.
Yeah, and it should be maxed in the next level, I believe. 13 is the second, your second max if you go, you know, 5-2-1 in your skills. And now Sipo gonna take some damage. The ultimate is going to hit a Dramtor from Bard, and now the ultimate comes in. The Onslaught Shadow Sir Dustball is not going to quite be able to
Oh,
find
massive shockwave!
Big shockwave from a Dramtor. He's going to get a Sir Dustball. Finally goes down, but they lost the support and the ADC. The Lifeform Disintegration Ray comes out, but it's not going to find any more kills. Topples gets away with a sliver of hell.
Just barely getting that shield from the Orianna. Still, that was such a massive shockwave. That was a game, potentially, probably game-saving shockwave right
Yeah,
there.
the game definitely would have been over if they had just killed everyone and a you know, if Otso were still alive. That's just super minion wave up there in the mid lane. You just bring that in, you end the game.
And Otso had done a fairly good job right there, actually making sure he didn't fall to Sir Dustball. True, Sir Dustball is not a super fed Hecarim, you know, he's 2 and 4, he's not going to be doing as much damage, but some good kiting coming out from Otso as well. But then the shockwave was just absolutely devastating onto 3, potentially even, I think it was 3 members of Return of the Middle Sticks, which is, you know, this is letting them stall. This is letting them get more items. Orianna's on 2.5 items. Xayah is on 2.5 items. They are going to be doing damage as this game goes on.
Yeah, but I'm not sure how much longer the game will go on because this second Mountain Drake, or this second Baron, rather, is going down quickly. Sir Dustball is not going to be able to get there in time. He doesn't even have the Onslaught of Shadows. So now, 35 seconds of the Mountain Drake, but Return of the Middle Sticks might just want to try and end it before then.
They can most likely just push his 5 in the top lane, get those 2 inhibitors, and potentially even look to end the game.
Yeah, they just run it down mid here with these Baroned up minions. They can possibly even try and bring Sipo around and push in these super minions on the bot side, or he can just try and, they can 1-4 with him in the top lane, bringing in, oh, damn, that is almost half of Peanut's health, and this first inhibitor is going to fall effortlessly.
And look at how far back Otso is playing. He knows that Sir Dustball is going to get on him if he can, so he's just playing so respectfully as they look to potentially take this final inhibitor and push in. They have Baron. They can probably end the game if they get this.
Yeah, they can just try and find and engage, but Otso, he knows if Sir Dustball goes in, then he's got the Orianna Sombrero on top.
Flash hook misses!
Oh, Ace Ben in trouble. That's going to be Sipo getting a ton of damage. The Bard ult comes through and actually screws up all of his teammates' ults. It's a 2-man shockwave, but that's not going to be enough because the Tramthrower has to flash away. Peanut, he's going to go low. Otso, one more auto attack. It's not going to find it. He's so low. That's the kill by Wing Nation.
That'll be
that's
the game.
The game for Return of the Middle Sticks, undefeated this season.
Yeah, Holt kind of trolled his team there with the ult, and it just made Wing Nation's ultimate do absolutely nothing. But still, they managed to win the team fight, and very well played by Return of the Middle Sticks.
So Return of the Middle Sticks at 5-0, OGR falls to 4-1, but that still guarantees them playoffs here. They might be second seed, they might be third seed. We're gonna have to see the business time, Reptar and the Wild Ruggies game coming out in just a couple minutes to lock in our Platinum playoffs. We'll be right back. Okay, we should probably actually talk
Okay.
about this game.
Here
because
we go,
This
we're
is
getting-
possibly the most important game of the day.
Yeah, saving the most important for last. That's how the phrase goes, right?
That's it. Best for last.
Best. Well, I
So-
didn't say best.
Well, most important for last. Because business time is 3-2 reps and the Wild Ruggies are 2-3. But OGR, who's 4-2, has the head-to-head over business time. So whoever wins this is the third place spot. Whoever
There we go.
loses this has to go home.
That's a sad proposition.
Well, it's a happy proposition for one of them.
True.
So, would you like to introduce our 3-2 team?
Here we go. On the blue side, we have business time. We have Born to Orn on Orn in the top lane. We have a Jelly Roll on Lee Sin in the jungle. We have Fiction on Kiana in the mid lane. And then we have OSU Alarm and Kilgar on Jinx and Galio in the bot lane.
Meanwhile, on the red side, it means I love you in Dinosaur, but these guys are coming in with hate in their hearts. It's Reps and the Wild Ruggies. We have the man himself, Reptar. Reptar in the top lane on Mordekaiser. Worst Monk NA in the jungle on Jarvan the Fourth. Celercia in the mid lane playing Syndra. And in the bot lane, Blue Ashley and Let's Have Fun on Caitlyn and Nautilus. Oh, that was going so well.
It was going so well until you goofed.
I goofed.
What is it? Something stream? Scuffed stream.
Scuffed stream.
Scuffed stream.
NA casters, scuffed stream. But this is the most important game that we have today because, first of all, I love Jordan, Kilgar. I also love Alarm, and I love Celercia.
Early though, we do see that there is already quite a bit of poke damage coming down, both in the mid lane and the bot lane, for the side of Reptar and the Wild Ruggies against business time. We see that Caitlyn is getting some good damage onto Kilgar, and then also Celercia is just having his way with Fiction. That's the Ignite already going down, and a level 2 gank coming up from Worst Monk in A onto Born to Orn.
I'm sorry, that's not... Celercia is not a man. That is pure girl power right there. Celercia's a girl.
Yeah, sorry
Yeah.
Celercia, I apologize.
See, I always catch all sorts of crap whenever I, yeah. Called Goddess of Storms a dude for like 3 weeks. Still haven't heard the end of that one.
Yeah, Kenzie pulling out the big dip. Winged Nation said it
Kenzie
best.
knows it. Like, she is controlling this lane so far, and it also helps that Fiction's playing Kiana, so...
Yeah, and
You know, melee matchup against a Syndra.
well, this is something that we need to talk about in this matchup. Kiana, does have some very, potent power. Once does hit level 3, however, is knocked away. Celercia doing very well to kind of get out of there, but good job there coming out from Celercia, knocking away the Kiana to make sure that nothing really escalates. However, does lose about half of her health.
Alright, now Reptar taking on Born to Orn. He's gonna get some damage, gets a lot of that shield, and, now
Oh,
Kilgar,
good
he's
hook.
caught. Blue Ashley with the damage. Worst Monk with the flash. Kilgar down for first blood.
First blood going on to Let's Have Fun, and I think you could say he's probably having a little bit of fun.
He's having fun, and
Hitting-
that Let's is definitely not the enemy lane. It's his ADC.
Yes, I definitely think that I think he's hit all of the hooks that he's thrown so far that we've seen. So really good job from Let's Have Fun. Born to Orn tries to get the knockup right there. However, Reptar with the fancy feet does step out of it, and nothing really, goes there to hurt him, and is having, a good lane so far. Will be up probably about 5 to 8 CS once he clears these out.
I do really like this Mordekaiser pick because the Death Realm is such a good ability. If Kiana gets ahead, jumps onto Celercia, bop, nope, you're in the Death Realm.
Also-
if Jinx gets ahead, gets that first reset, bop, you're in the Death Realm.
Also, at the same time, it can cancel Orn
It cancels
ultimate.
Ornhorn, that's the other
It can
thing.
cancel the Orn ultimate.
If you get the mid and bot behind, take Orn.
Yeah. I think this is really a smart, way for them to kind of adjust to this game. Also, at the same time, Mordekaiser is very strong.
Yeah, Mordekaiser's just strong, and he works into Orn.
Yes. So we will see, and they have building advantages. As we saw, Celercia was doing really well into Kiana early. Both of them have back, though, and look like they are working towards, you know, kind of those first items that they're going to build. Kiana.
Lost Chapter, Serrated Dirt, just
Exactly.
the standard things that we get. But, oh, this is going to be a 3-man gank onto Reptar. Fiction is coming up. We've got a Jelly Roll in as well. Reptar, there's nothing that he can do to stop these assists from coming out, but he's just going to die to the Lee Sin.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's kind of caught out position. There's really no wards that they have to speak of, and so he does get hit. He does get caught out. Good roam coming out from Fiction. However, that means that Celercia is getting a CS lead, about 9 CS up at this point. And that it's just experience that Fiction is losing.
And in this top lane, of course, Born to Ornn has the passive. He can buy all of his stuff without going back. So he was doing that. Meanwhile, Reptar had to back off to get that Ruby Crystal and Amplifying Tome. So he teleported back to lane, got ganked, and now he has to walk back again. Now Fiction's here, he gets some damage, Worst Monk's here.
That
And
is the Ignite, but unfortunately Celercia, I don't think really has the mana to be able to use the ultimate to follow up. However, if Fiction stays around any longer, it really is risking that.
Yeah.
And is taunting, Fiction taunting Celercia with the laugh. Oh,
And that's the Unleashed Power.
Yeah,
You know what they say? Talk shit, get hit. And he certainly did. You laugh at Celercia, you pay the price. The Unleashed Power comes out for the solo kill.
as we can see, Kenzie pulling out the big dick.
Yes, Kenzie just whipping it out and just smacking Fiction with it. So now Blue Ashley and Let's Have Fun, they have built themselves a CS lead here, 20 CS in favor of this Caitlyn, and it is expected because Caitlyn is just such a strong bully, especially against the Respect Flash coming out from Reptar.
Yeah, also,
The Ornn Horn was available, so I understand it.
yeah. But then also going back to, lands the hook.
Galio, he's gonna get caught. He takes about half his health here. And that is a great trade for the Reptar and the Wild Ruggies.
Well, yeah, and that's what I wanted to talk about. Honestly, when you're just looking at the supports, Nautilus should have the kind of advantage earlier because Galio might have some issues really getting in to start those fights, whereas Let's Have Fun with the Dredge line can just be so impactful. However, Born
The
to-
Death Realm is here. Born to Ornn running away, uses the Ornn Horn. Is gonna knock up Reptar, I believe. That's gonna be a gank coming out. Celercia flashes away, gets away from Fiction, but it's not gonna be enough.
Oh, yeah, just barely goes down. I thought she might be able to sidestep the Q coming out from Fiction right there. Unfortunately, does not quite have the fancy feet with only those brown boots. So, does go down. And Born to Ornn also does not die in the top lane. So overall, that was across the map a win for business time.
Yeah, win for business time, but still we see Reps in a Wild Ruggies about 5,500 gold ahead. Meanwhile, Born to Ornn, he did commit the flash for that. So
True.
flashless on both of these top laners, and they traded ults as well.
Yeah, True does have the flash, so potentially could be a regank possibility with if Worst Monk in A does decide he wants to look towards that top lane. However,
Oh,
does
they're
land
gonna
another
catch
hook
Alarm.
onto Jinx.
Yeah, Alarm, he does get the Ignite off onto him. That's a double taunt coming out from Galio. Born to Ornn teleports down, but he doesn't have the Ornn Horn. Blue Ashley running away, has both of the summoners. Let's Have Fun also had to use both of his summoners to get away. Blue Ashley going to be knocked up, but I don't think it's going to be enough to kill. Oh, the flash is going to keep him alive.
Yeah, I thought that OSU Alarm was actually going to be able to pick it up right there, so a really good flash coming out from Blue Ashley. Unfortunately, Blue Ashley does have to use the flash, but that's good payment for the teleport coming down from Born to Ornn because they really did need to get something right there.
And hey, that's Showbiz, baby. Fiction gonna be knocked up. Does not quite get stunned, but it doesn't matter because Celercia has the Unleashed Power. The 5-ball ult is going to do it.
It almost looked like Fiction walked back into all of that.
Yeah, it seemed like he was trying to juke and then just kind of juked himself out.
Yeah, so unfortunate kind of right there from Fiction, but definitely Celercia punishes it. And this is however, that is the ultimate going onto the Jinx. Let's Have Fun is just gonna walk it down.
And Blue Ashley takes the kill. Unfortunately, Worst Monk doesn't get anything out of that. But now they're going to get this Mountain Drake uncontested. Kiana was dead. Alarm's still dead. They're going to pull it out.
Yeah, and they are just gonna take this. So even though he didn't get an assist onto that kill, they will definitely get the team-wide objective and the buff coming from this Mountain Dragon.
And this is some really good team play coming out from Reptar and the Wild
However,
Ruggies.
it's
Oh, they
stolen!
steal it! And now, Born to Ornn, he is tanking turret here. Reptar does get some damage off. He might be able to do it. The Ornhorn comes out, but are they going to get out of the Death Realm? They do, and he dies.
Yeah, unfortunate right there coming out from Born to Ornn. Does kind of look to go a little bit aggressive, and then Reptar pulls him in and keeps him under turret.
Oh, but Celercia is going to die.
Yeah.
Just disrespects that lethality that Kiana has and didn't use the stopwatch either. Not that it probably would have done anything.
Yeah, I don't think it would have done anything. Stuck in the middle of the lane right like that. I don't think it could have done anything. Worst Monk is rotating up, probably just looking to absorb this XP and the CS.
Yep, just hold the lane for Celercia while she walks back.
As Fiction continues to BM.
Yeah, as Fiction continues to BM, you know, I guess, you know?
Yeah, does get the kill, does get that
Yeah.
little outplay. Celercia potentially didn't quite have the knockback. Did use it, just unfortunately not quick enough to really be able
Oh,
to get
but
away.
Worstmonk might be in trouble. Fiction has the supreme display of talent. Celercia is here, and that is a 3v1. Fiction takes another kill.
Yeah, Fiction doing really well. He not only has gotten that solo kill in the mid lane, but also remember, thrown top earlier in the game.
Oh, but
However,
Jelly
Galio
Roll-
ultimate.
Jelly Roll gets very low. Blue Ashley avoids the taunt. Let's Have Fun does get taunted.
Oh!
Oh, my heart.
It definitely looked like he blast coded himself to death right
death.
there.
Oh. Ah. Okay. Reptar and Born to Ornn, we're back in the top lane, and now Celercia going to try and get the kill on Fiction. Not quite, but they're not going to do it. Oh, Jelly Roll. Oh!
Oh!
Dragon's Fury is not going to hit. Oh, and Celercia does finally go down. Dragon's Fury is actually finally used. Jelly Roll.
Aw.
One more auto is going to do it.
They
Worst
do get the
bug.
trade though. They
Yeah.
do get the trade.
They trade it, and it is an assist there, so good for them.
You know, it feels bad though. Celercia didn't quite get the revenge kill onto Fiction. Just so close, just quite that margin. However, it looks like they are going for the 1v1 in the top lane, and Reptar is really starting to win these fights.
Yeah, Reptar, he has his haunting guys. Once he gets that Leandries, it is going to be so hard for Born to Ornn to do anything, because he's building a Sunfire Cape. Why is he building a Sunfire Cape? Why is he building a Sunfire Cape, Riley?
Gotta get the Bammy Cinder. You gotta get the AoE. Gotta.
Then just get the Bammy Cinder.
No. Gotta.
You
Gotta. You
gonsta.
Definitely not optimal, especially since one of the big components of Sunfire Cape is
Bammy Cinder.
Bammy Cinder and health. Max health. And what does Leandry's Torment do? Max health damage.
Look at that.
Especially, you know, this is increased to a 4% max health burn if you get a movement impairment. So once
So, pulling him in.
yes, and then
He's slowed.
also most likely he will probably look to get the Crystal Scepter after this,
Yep.
which means he'll do the
will-
AoE max health burn.
So, looks like Reptar is going back. He does have enough to finish his Leandries. I believe it's only like 850 after the 850 combined cost. Yep, he's gonna have it. And now it's gonna be pretty hard for Born to Ornn to win any of these fights because he's got a max health burn. And, well, Reptar has magic damage, and armor doesn't negate magic damage.
Yeah.
Fun
but
fact.
he'll be pushing the wave so fast.
He may be Born to Ornn, but he certainly isn't born to build against Mordekaiser.
How long were you working on that one?
Oh, not at all. That's why it was bad.
Either way, though, we do definitely see that this is a fairly even game. It is about 1.5 gold lead onto the side of Reptar and the Wild Ruggies, which can be chalked up to the CS leads in the top and the bot lane.
Yeah.
But no massive leads still at this point.
And it's not like a map. It's not a full map lead. It is just Reptar's beating Born to Ornn, and Blue Ashley is beating Alarm. So it's not like this is a horrible sort of like, oh no, they're all ahead. You can still try and punish.
However, it
Use-
looks like that was so good!
Baited and outsmarted.
Fiction tries to get fancy right there. You know, uses the Yumu's Ghostblade and is like, I'm gonna get Celercia again. And she's just like,
Celercia
no.
is a siren. Baited, outsmarted, taken down.
Yeah, really good. Well done there by Celercia. And then also, good job by Worst Monk in A.
Yeah.
Making sure he was in the position to be able to support Celercia on this Syndra. And honestly, I want to point out how much growth we've kind of seen from Celercia throughout the split. You know, I believe Celercia is new to the mid lane. Actually used to be a support main, playing a lot of things like Lux or Nami, and then now coming onto these burst control mages and is just ripping through the doing so well in this game.
Yeah, we were laughing at her at the beginning of the split because she was a Lux 1 trick. Like, she was a Lux 1 trick in mid.
And then I believe last week played Ari to great effect.
Yeah.
And is, you know, playing this Syndra, you know, with aplomb, if I do say.
With aplomb. That is a very good way to put that. Meanwhile, of course, Reptar killed Born to Ornn. Just as we said, there was no hope for him. He even dove the turret, and Reptar still killed him.
Now, we do have to mention, though, Syndra is a good matchup.
Syndra is a good
into
matchup into Qiyana. But let that not distract you from the fact that, yes,
That Fiction's also kind of putting his pants on his head.
Oh, OSU Alarm might be in trouble. He's going to be rooted. He's got one more is going to do it. Worst Monk NA takes the kill. Blue Ashley flashes out. Blue Ashley is still alive. The double teleport from the top laners.
Oh, Qiyana?
Ooh. The ultimate is available. It's going to get the stun. Celercia has the flash. It's going to get a
the Ignite does go down just barely. Unfortunately, Celercia does go down right there. And as we see, even though Syndra is a good matchup into Fiction, or into this Qiyana does also have the tools to fight back.
Well, yeah, Celercia, it's a good laning matchup, but it's definitely not a good fighting matchup.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can bully the Qiyana out and make sure that that a Qiyana, like, basically can't kill you as long as you're standing in the middle of the lane, because if you play it right, you can push her away, you can stun her, you can throw things at her, and then you can ult her. But if she gets the Supreme Display of Talent off, suddenly she goes from 3 abilities to 4.
And honestly, it's looking like those kind of 1v1s are depending on how well Celercia is using the push away.
Yeah.
Because in that first fight earlier, got the stun, got the push away before Fiction could even do anything to Celercia. Right there, actually, Fiction was able to get onto Celercia before the push away came in, and because of that was close enough to be able to use the Supreme Display's talent, and then also the root coming from the Elemental Blade.
Yeah, so I mean, it's still, despite this, it's dead even. Celercia just has one more death and one less assist than Fiction, but now the Ornhorn comes out and okay, I guess.
We don't need to watch the Ornhorn in the mid lane. We want to watch the farming in the bot lane.
It's more interesting, that's for certain.
Now, I do want to point out the fact that Blue Ashley is doing something that we also saw in the last game, which is going the additional crit cloak immediately after Infinity Edge onto Caitlyn. This could mean that Caitlyn might immediately go for something like the Essence Reaper, or it could just be sitting on the crit cloak and then going for something like
Jelly Roll. He is tanking turret. One more turret hit would kill him, but Fiction is going to body block. And now Jinx is caught! Alarm! One more hit will do it, and that is not going to do it. Oh, they do not get stunned with the other half of Supreme Display of Talent. Kilgar, one more hit will do it. But, he walked right into the trap.
That is a feels bad man.
And thanks to the Qiyana roam with the Jelly Roll, that's going to be Celercia picking up that first turret alongside Worst Monk NA.
Yeah.
Reps and the Wild Ruggies just punishing Business Time.
Now, although Business Time didn't play that dive fantastic, I actually think the majority of the praise should go to Let's Have Fun in Blue Ashley because they played that dive very well.
Yeah.
Flashing out of the Qiyana ultimate is crucial. And then also, Let's Have Fun. Landing the hooks onto a Jelly Roll early so that they can poke him out, get the turret damage onto him, and make sure that he can't really do anything. And then also the hook onto OSU Alarm at the end made sure that Jinx also couldn't do anything throughout that dive. So just very well done. And then, of course, the sneaky trap.
Yeah,
in the
then just
bush.
Kilgar standing on the trap, but that's another thing entirely. But that's 4 turrets going over to Reps and the Wild Ruggies in less than a minute.
And
they
now
build their
they're
gold lead to
6,000
6K.
gold.
6,000 gold
At
that-
20 minutes.
that just built over the last 2 minutes. So now, Infernal Drake coming up in 20 seconds. They want that for Syndra. They want that for Caitlyn.
Now, we do see that Caitlyn is looking like is just going to build straight into Rapid Fire Caitlyn.
Yeah,
So
that
it is not actually building.
just holding the crit cloak.
Yeah.
Get to 100. Right?
Well,
Is it
no,
25.
it'll
so it gets
put
you to like
60.
60.
I
Really?
think, or no, it's 15% on crit cloak, so it'll be 65.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 20. Damn.
Is it 20? Well, let's see.
20.
Oh, it
okay.
is 20,
So it
yeah.
gets you to 80, right?
Yeah.
Or 70.
70.
70%.
You're
You're the ADC.
I know. I never just sit on crit cloak. I'm not good at this game.
I'm putting you on Senna duty when she comes out.
Dude, I'm considering just being a support main once Senna comes out.
I'll be your mage. I'll be your mage ADC. Your mage carry. So now it is a turret that Fiction picks up, but they're pushing in this bot lane in inner turret with Reptar and 3 other members of Reps in the Wild Ruggies. His Ruggies are helping him push.
Yes, Reptar doing well, the Ruggies doing better.
Yes, Reptar's doing okay, but yeah, you got a 303 blue Ashley here with a it's actually shrunk a little bit. 20 CS lead now. It was like 40 earlier before that dive, but it is hard once you get out of laning phase to keep consistent CS leads.
Especially since someone like Jace's CS is so low. And then also Kiana. Oh! Are they
Celercia
both gonna
wins.
die? No, Celercia actually.
Celercia
Gets us-
lives.
Does Celercia have Triumph? Because I feel like there was a slight heal right there coming out.
She might. We'd have to check, and let's do that right now. No. It
Does
was
not.
just. Oh, it was Taste of Blood, probably.
Oh, maybe.
Could have been Taste of Blood.
Who knows? Either way, Celercia does not go down.
Yeah, so she wins the 1v1.
However,
and
it
now...
looks like they are setting up around Baron. I
Or they're
don't
just
think they're
starting it.
actually on it. Because I feel like the Observer would send us up there, but they might be on it.
Yep.
Yeah, they are
That's-
on
I
it.
was like, that's why they're looking at Lee Sin, right? So yeah, this is an uncontested sneaky Baron that it doesn't even look like Business Time knows.
Or whether they knew it, I felt like potentially they just felt like they couldn't even think to contest it because as we
Jelly
talked
Roll
about,
was out of place and
Yeah.
yeah.
either way, good play there from Reptar and the Wild Ruggies.
Ruggies. So now they need to be able to push this Baron buff. They've got 2 inner turrets left, and the mid turret did get a Herald charge on it, so it's fairly low there.
Yeah. We'll do some regen because of the way that base turrets work. There is a slight regen up to a point. So the way that this was a change I believe they made either this preseason, I think probably the preseason into season 9, was the fact that the turrets are essentially split up into 3 sections. First third, second third, and third third. And if you do damage below a third, it will regen up to that third. So if you knock it to half health, it'll regen up to 2/3 health, but no higher. However, Worstmonk in A does have a good kind of flank position right there. However, they decide they are not going to take it and instead use their Baron to push in the bot lane.
And that's a good thing. They don't want to get too greedy, and you definitely don't want to throw away any of these leads. You've got a 400 gold shutdown on Caitlyn. Don't give that away just so you can maybe get a kill on Reform and
Yeah.
Sin.
Well, and do you remember when Alawi first came out? What was one of the #1 rules against fighting Alawi?
Don't do it in the jungle.
Don't fight Alawi in the jungle. Now you're playing against Kiana. What should you not do against Kiana?
Don't fight him in the jungle.
Don't fight Kiana in the
Hey,
jungle.
I'm good at this. Oh, and they have picked Lee Sin. That's going to be the jump in. That's a 3. Man, Let's Have Fun is going to be able to get the kill onto Alarm, but he is tanking here. He flashes out. The knockup comes in from Kilgar, and now the Death Realm has Reptar alive. Fiction is in there, so now Ornn going to go down. That's going to be Jelly Roll taking very low, and Reptar has eliminated Fiction from the fight.
That was kind of sneaky though. The Cataclysm coming out from Worstmonk in A actually buffed Fiction's supreme display
Because
of
it went
talent.
across, it actually bridged the gap between the base gate and the turret.
And then also Worstmonk in A inside the Cataclysm was stunned as well.
Yeah. So now Reps in the Wild Ruggies, they are going to back off after taking 2 inhibitors. They're going to reset for this Infernal Drake in 40 seconds.
I still think you would call that a pretty good Baron power play, though, breaking the base and getting 2 inhibitors.
And they've still got a minute left.
And they still have a minute left. They have so many options. What are they gonna do?
I don't know.
Probably
Probably-
head top lane
yeah.
and try and get the last tower.
I was going to say probably take this dragon.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
too.
20 seconds on the dragon, so it looks like they are moving down there. They're at about a 9,000 gold lead. Kilgar, Jelly Roll, and Fiction all heading into that side of the jungle, trying to get something back, trying to steal it away.
You know they're just trying to get that gold lead to over 9,000.
Yeah, and it is not quite over 9,000. They're at about 8.5, but that Infernal Drake makes their power level certainly over 9,000.
That's a second Infernal Drake, which just means that Celercia, just gonna make it that much easier for Celercia to pop someone. It's just gonna make it that much easier for Blue Ashley to pop someone.
What's her AP? It's 303.
Okay, that's some AP.
And that's some AP with Illumines and an off AP item. That's a Zanya's Hourglass.
Is also building toward this Morellonomicon, so is getting that spell pin. You know, potentially will be looking to build something like potentially even Rabadon's Death Cap after this.
Yeah, and so I think the next thing definitely is a Death Cap. You want to capitalize on those 2 Infernal Drakes. And with that Zanya's Hourglass, you really are eliminating most of the threat that that Business Time presents.
And Reptar is just, you know, kind of forcing so much pressure, even though Will already have pressure because of the super minions, decides to go into a fight, and that takes Born into the death throw.
That is going to be a 2-man taunt. They are going to get Caitlyn here. Blue Ashley has to flash away. Kilgar to get some damage. Worst Monk and a very low. Oh, Kilgar is stunned, or Blue Ashley is stunned. Now Kilgar trying to re-engage. Celercia gets the push away. Blue Ashley unstoppable, taking down Kilgar. Born to Ornn is already dead in the bot. Blue Ashley, double kill, stays alive. Jelly Roll does not go down.
And it's funny there because OSU Alarm actually died unintentionally because Celercia was using the push away and managed to just get OSU Alarm kind of just chaotically throughout the fight. And wait,
that's
they're
the
just pushing
game.
in, they're just gonna end the game because Reptar had killed Born to Ornn in that 1v1.
And Reptar and the Wild Ruggies, from 4th place to 3rd, they save themselves and push into playoffs.
I only have one thing to say to that. Rawr!
Roar!
Rawr!
Roar!
Rawr!
All right, well, that leaves our playoff teams. So this, let's just talk about this for a little bit. Of course, we have Sensei Squad and Return of the Middlesticks getting their semi-final buys. Both of the first place teams get their semi-final buys. Then, the Avarosan and Winter's Claw teams play for in their quarterfinals. I believe that is going to be Crimson KC against Business Time. Or no, Crimson KC against Reps and the Wild Ruggies. Resonant Nostalgia against OGR. I think that's how that works. And then the winners go into semifinals. So start getting those scheduled. Those will actually not be available to play until after November, or until November 2nd, because that is when week 10 is over. Although we might make an exception. I think we might make an exception because we don't actually have a stream day for quarterfinals. Let's do that. You can play Platinum. I'm making the call. I'm making the call, Platinum. You can play your quarterfinal matches starting today. So do that, please, because it makes my life a whole lot easier, not having to cast 6 quarterfinals in 5 days. So that is going to be it from us. Congratulations to Reps and the Wild Ruggies for making it through. I apologize for Riley. And congratulations to Return of the Middlesticks and Sensei Squad securing their first places. OGR, Crimson KC, Resonant Nostalgia as well for making it into playoffs. So we are going to be back tomorrow, 11 a.m. with Diamond Capped. So go somewhere, because I don't want you to not go anywhere over the next 21 hours. And
thanks for tuning into our stream.
Thanks for tuning into our stream. Y'all have a great day now, you hear?
Welcome to the wild, no heroes and villains. Welcome to the war, we've only begun. So pick up your weapon and face it. There's blood on the ground, go and take it. You get one shot to make it out alive. So higher and higher you're chasing. It's deep in your bones, go and take it. This is your moment, now is your time. So prove yourself and rise, rise. Make them remember you. Push through heaven. Rise, rise. They will remember you. Welcome to the climb up, reach for the summit. Visions break the one false step, lead the end. So higher and higher you chase it. It's deep in your blood, go and take